Come on. Refresh. Refresh. Are we live? Yes. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Nation of Dice. And today we are going to be doing a one shot that is designed by me, formerly Jihi, Void Jihi. And joined today are what are you guys sides on? Yeah. Okay. Down here will be. Oh, is it? Yeah. Okay. Down here will be Kyle. Today he's going to be playing as Elaro. Is that yeah? And we have Amaru over here playing Lutolo. Copy. All right, and do that. All right, and to start it off, you guys are walking into what is essentially a gigantic, like, log cabin. And as you enter in, you are greeted by the innkeeper you have known for some time as Larison.
Clarison. Okay. Yep. Yep.
Greet him back. After all, it's nice to have connections everywhere, especially the person who's responsible for bringing us the food and arranging us our rooms.
I'm doing
Okay.
quite fine myself. So, yeah. Okay. Well, hello. I'm back again. Meow.
Yeah. Okay. Um, Larison is gonna come over from from his desk in the center of what this I the closest way I can describe it would be as a very fancy like winter cabin. And he's gonna start walking from his desk where he usually writes people in, and he's gonna greet you two guys. You've helped him in the past. I should also yes, I will yeah. It is also currently night because as a fun fact, Larison, and you know this, you've been here at least several times in the past, is actually a vampire.
Well, how's the hunt been going?
Uh, he's gonna like gently punch you in the arm as like with a little bit of just resent. Like you know, I haven't drank in near a millennia, really. And
Don't you miss it?
Quite an achievement.
I get I get I get hungry from time to time, but I find the food my staff makes is quite calming. And as you see that, right across where his desk is, which is about like this is a huge cabin, by the way. This is only midpoint. 100 feet away where his desk was, and he's a vampire. He closed that distance pretty quickly. You see a troll bringing out like just gigantic plates upon plates of food to set. Because your
Um.
characters will know the entire place is staffed with what would normally be considered hostile monsters.
I love what
Okay.
you. Yes. Well. Yes. Yeah. It's not as nice as my temple, but it. And I nudge my compatriot and like, I think still this is really creepy.
Yeah, actually, I got confused. Didn't your religion say something against undead?
Well, yes, that's why I don't you know I just shut up.
Are you saying that quietly, or are you just gonna be saying
I
this
am
like
whispering
Yeah,
this. Yeah, I'm
yeah.
whispering
you're
this.
whispering this? Okay,
I,
roll
I may
me.
try to use distraction, like speaking gibberish very quickly so that my partner understands what I'm saying because we've been adventuring a long time. So he knows which pitch to focus on when I'm speaking very, very fast so that nobody else can understand what I'm saying, if you know what I mean.
Okay, okay. I guess just roll me stealth because you've known Larison for quite a while too. You've come to his estate, I guess is the best word for it, at
Mm-hmm.
least a few times in the past.
Mm-hmm. Stealth. Hmm.
Yep. To see if you stealthily tell him that is his vampire is only maybe a few feet away from you.
18.
Okay. he catches that y'all are saying something, but not quite. So he just gives like a kind of okay look, because he can probably figure out what it is you're talking about, knowing you long enough. Um, all right, now y'all, if y'all are finished, do you guys want to get checked in first? You want to get straight into the amenities? You want to be shown to your room first?
um, I need to wash my fur, so I would like to take the room or cabin. What are we having?
It
I
is
need to
in
wash
fact
my fur too, but I don't work like licking myself, so I'd rather visit the washing room.
okay. There is in fact, you guys do in fact get your own room together. They're going to be very sizable rooms in a second, and at the mention of you cleaning your stuff, like I assume you're talking about your clothing because you're half elf. Um, Larison is going to be like, "Oh yes, our room service is always impeccable. Just please don't forget, uh, Saren and Darren are quite anxious sometimes, and you will know Saren and Darren to be kobolds."
Oh.
Oh, okay.
My hairs are going straight up every time I hear them.
Well, I used to be around lots of criminals, so it's not that frightening to me, but I still can't shake the feeling that I am in an inn that has like the entire monster manual as their staff. I wonder if the cook is a kobold, is a beholder.
I will say this: Larison, and I'll introduce you to the second thing, is probably the biggest CR. It's not going to be like you're going to be, there's going to be ancient dragons here. I'll tell you that right now. I'll be fair, so you don't have to worry about an ancient dragon trying to bring you room service.
Well, actually, I don't care as long as the room service is good. All right, and if the dragon doesn't eat me up, then it's okay.
So, Larison is going to snap his fingers, and two kobolds are going to do, two winged kobolds, because I was reading through, and apparently some kobolds can have wings, are going to come down and they're going to escort you both to. He's gonna stop them real quick. One room or two, and you guys will know that one room is big enough to fit at least comfortably 8 people.
I think that I'm sorry, Maru. What is the name of your character again?
Lutalo.
I believe Lutalo will be able to keep his balls to himself and stop messing with my backpack, so one room is enough.
And hearing that, Larison's gonna snap one of his other fingers, hit one of his same finger, and one of the kobolds is gonna return back onto the ceiling where he was, like perched on the beams, and the other kobold with wings is gonna fly you to your room.
While we're going to the room, I'll give I'll give my companion a dirty look.
Okay. It takes you guys about like 20 minutes to reach in the room, and this is, you've seen it a few times, but it astonishes you how grand each of the rooms is each time. The best way I can describe this is as if you made a castle in the style of a log cabin, and it is very grandiose and nice. This room comfortably fits 8 people. There are, they're kind of like, there's set some bunk beds in there in the center of the room. They're just like the single beds that are separated by a good feet of distance. And the little kobold is going to, he's just gonna like present you to the room. He's not really saying anything. He's just pointing his hands into the room.
I turn to Lotaro and say, after you.
Yes, thank you. And drag my feet into the room, not paying any attention to the cobalt. And I'm just gonna pick a bunk bed.
Yeah. And what are you gonna be doing, Ilario?
Well, I'm going to get into the room and take a slow walk around it, just,
Mhm.
measuring. the things and analyzing the variables. Old habits die hard, so I always keep my eyes on the greatest prize. Not that I'm going to steal it, not anymore. And I'm always in awe how big this place is. I wonder how many families from poor parts of cities that I've been to could fit here. You know, life was difficult back then.
For
And
some,
the
it
little
still
kobold,
is.
the little kobold is going to come to you, Ilario. He's still flying, so he's just a little bit below where your chin is because he's still a small little kobold. He's gonna like tug on your clothes and he's gonna try to hand you a piece of paper.
I'm going to take the piece of paper. Thank you.
And with that, he flies out of the room, closing y'all's door behind you. Would you like to perchance read the paper? Are you gonna take in the room more?
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm going to. I assume I was in the room when he gave me
Yes.
the paper. Yeah.
Mhm.
So when he leaves, I'm going to open the paper or to read the paper if it's not folded or anything like that.
It's not. It's more of like a flyer style. Um, it's like if you were given an itinerary and it's just all printed on the one page.
Okay, then what is written there?
It's going to say in about 2 hours, there's going to be a winter ale contest. After that, there's going in about an hour after that will be an art contest, and to close up for the night will be a story contest. And a big announcement is all it says underneath the story contest. I should
That
tell you in advance. You guys, your characters have foreknowledge. You've planned to spend at least like a week here.
look, Lutaro.
Mm.
It seems that in a few moments there will be a drinking contest. I know that you guys from the clergy like them wine, so why don't you try taking part in the contest?
By the way, it is ale and not wine. That for one. And two, I'm not one of the drinkers, though. I'm not one of those people. I rather just good read with a good book. I rather go to the
Ale, wine, they're all fermented. What's the difference?
that I don't use them. That's the difference.
There's always a first time for everything.
Well, not this solstice. Not this solstice. I'd rather go for the art thing that we're going to. Well, that's going to be a competition. I might try my hands on painting or something like that.
Well, I consider myself an artist. My daggers get into bodies in a way that artists can't paint a picture. But I got curious about the storytelling part. I'm no bard this time, but who knows? And there will be an announcement at the storytelling part. So,
Storytelling. Well, it's not my super. It's not really my best skill. Good attempt. I mean,
aren't you training in telling fictitious stories like religious stories to people? Isn't it part of your clergy 101?
and without an announcement, I'm gonna just claw him.
Yeah, uh, roll to hit, please.
Oh, that's an 8.
Oh, I assume that doesn't hit your AC.
No, it doesn't. But I'm going to just, quickly step aside, look at him, and say,
I'm just gonna go back.
Your cat instincts were triggered.
"Oh yeah, that was fun. Now let me get cleaned up, and maybe we decide what to do later."
um, you guys are going to hear a knock at the door. It's been about, I'll say it's been a good like 20, 30 minutes maybe. Y'all been talking, discussing, reading the paper. And do you open the door?
Yes. I tiptoe towards the door, carefully try to look. Is there a keyhole or something?
There is actually a there is like a peek hole for you that you can see you can see outside, but it wouldn't be the same on the other side of the door.
Okay, I'm going to take a look just to have an idea what is knocking or who's knocking.
Um, Roll me perception, please.
It started well. 23.
Okay, you see just barely within the line of sight of the peak hole because it's at your eye level. You see two kobolds who are pushing a little cart that is full of miscellaneous laundry.
Ooh. I opened the door.
Okay. Uh, when you open the door, one of the kobolds that you know as Darrison is gonna walk in, and he's just gonna be holding out his arms like he's waiting for laundry to be dumped into his arms.
Oh, thank you. I get from his arms so I can place it on a table or something.
Oh no, he's waiting for you guys to give him laundry. Like his
Oh,
hands are
oh,
empty
okay,
right now.
sorry.
Yeah.
That's something that was, well, does it have worked once already? And so, just a moment. I'm just going to the other room and I'm going to undress because this is the travel outfit I was in. Give it to him and then go back to the washing room and say, thank you.
Yeah, he's just gonna nod his head and then he's gonna look at you, Ilaro. I'm sorry, Lutolo, and he's gonna like inquisitively give you like the same look of like laundry
uh, I am just taking off my the stuff that is under my um armor,
armor.
and the cloth stuff, the linens and stuff. That I'm gonna take that off and give that to him, and I can keep continuing my combing my fur.
Okay. When you do that, he's gonna put it into the laundry that the laundry basket that the other kobold is pushing, and he's gonna walk out and close your door. With that, it is about 20 minutes to the winter drinking contest. If either of you are going to participate in that or watch it, because there are other guests here.
Well, I would just like to take a bath before we go
Hmm.
because, I'm dirty from the road. And then leaving the room fully dressed, leaving the washing room fully dressed, I'm going to turn to Lotar and say, so, I know you're not interested in competing, but how about seeing some people get wasted and do shameful things?
Well, there has to be someone that keeps everybody together, so I'll just attend and watch
Oh,
very
come.
carefully.
You want to see people puking. Be honest. That's fun.
He's not even gonna respond to that.
Okay. So you're heading to the bathroom, right? Like where you know to be like the wash area to take a shower. You said.
Yeah, maybe
Okay.
not one of those thorough cleaning because I assume medieval fantasy, so there should be water prepared for that, etc., etc. So just a quick wash up because I believe I'm dirty from the road because
Mm.
lots and lots of days on a wagon and stuff like that.
There is a connecting. Do you know there are two places, and there is one that's a door that connects right into your room. You know that each room has this, and it's just a tub, and it's a very large bucket of water. You would almost say like it's a barrel of water, but it's been given a handle.
Okay.
And you know there is also a place that is more of like a I'm forgetting the word. Kind of like a steam room, basically.
All right. I'm just going to rinse a little bit just to remove the sweat and stuff, and then I'm going to get myself dry, put on some perfume because I got this habit from the elves, and I'm going to dress up.
With that, it is. What have you been doing since you've been doing that with Talo?
Oh, I've been completely combing out myself, combing out all
Okay.
the spots, everything. Like the fur is nice and flat, and the tail is nice and fluffy, and preparing to
Mhm.
go downstairs.
Okay. Uh, with that, it is. You guys know it is now time for the contest. Do you walk to where the contest is held? Because it did say on the paper it was being held in the main like entertainment area.
I'm just gonna pass by, look at the people that are attending, and
Mm.
trying to figure out who's gonna like be competitors.
Okay.
Um,
There is
and
actually a table, and there is like a very long table that only people are sitting on one side of, and there
mhm.
are ales, and there are kobolds and skeletons and goblins with more ale at the ready.
Hmm.
And you see the people sitting at the. Actually, roll me perception to see if you can tell all who is sitting down at the table to drink.
Perception. I rolled really bad. An
Oof.
8.
You notice a Goliath, and of course, you notice a dwarf sitting there, and you can't really quite make out what the other people are from just this passing look. And what about you, Elarl? Are you looking too? Are you there?
I'm more interested in looking around to see if I spot any weapons that should make me, worried. Because people tend to drink in drinking contests, then they tend to get drunk. And if there is a kind of mess, I'd like to be prepared to what guy I should avoid.
Um, roll me perception then to see if you can notice if anyone is holding a weapon, or if they have weapons on them, or where they are.
Oops, sorry. Roll, roll. Perception. Yay, mediocre. 10.
Um, you notice like a battle axe on the back of the Goliath, but other than that, you can't quite notice anyone else holding any weapons. And that's only because he's a Goliath. You notice he's the biggest guy in the room with the biggest weapon you've ever seen.
Oh, that guy is big, isn't he, Lotaro?
It doesn't seem like a big drinker though.
Would you bet on the dwarf?
Yes, I would.
Well, there are other people sitting at the table, but both of you with your pantsing glasses only notice the dwarf and the Goliath. So you can roll again to see if you notice who else is at the table, but
I'm gonna walk up to the dwarf.
okay.
I was like,
Uh,
so how's the ale?
well, first, since you've walked up to the dwarf, you now see everyone on this table. This is a fairly long table. This table is about 10 feet long in
Mm-hmm.
length. You notice the Goliath with the battle axe in his hand, on his back. You notice the dwarf. You see a water genasi, a tiefling,
Mm-hmm.
um, a dragonborn, and even a human are all sitting there at at the table. And upon asking the dwarf, he's gonna be like, "I haven't had any yet. The contest hasn't even started yet. Did you just get here?" And he's gonna shoot like an
We.
annoyed look at you.
Oh, I say this in dwarfish, by the way. Uh,
Okay.
yes, we just arrived, and I thought you would be a good competitor.
Hearing you say that, both in his native language and stroking his ego, he is gonna kind of like soften up on his look a little bit. Oh, he's gonna respond back in dwarvish, still talking. Oh, well, contest starts in, oh, I don't know, about a minute or so. You just gotta let Larison get here. You know how he is, officiating his contest and all that.
Yes. Most of the times, we are always involved in this. Uh, do they have? I'm not supposed to do this. And I started whispering. Can I place bets somewhere?
Are you still saying this in dwarvish, or are you
I
saying this
should
in?
still say this in dwarvish.
Okay. Um, the dwarf is gonna kind of like shift his eyes around. Roll. Are you asking him? Or are you trying to persuade him if he knows?
Just regularly asking him.
Um, he's gonna look up at you. He's a dwarf. He's assumably shorter than you, even though he's sitting on a table. Well, not that I know of. I think maybe the staff have it, but I'm not really sure. I'm just here to drink the ale.
Hmm. What was your
Mm,
name again?
Uh, uh, Piddlefoot Tongue Patterson.
Pettyfoot?
Piddlefoot.
Oh, Peddlefoot.
Mm,
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll place a bet on you.
Boy, ooh, thank you. And he's gonna say that with like a smile on his face. You can see like his, even though he's got a very thick or like ornate dwarvish beard, you can see he has like gems and stuff and like little gold rings and stuff knitted in his braids and everything. You do see his smile. You notice his smile.
And let me see. When is the would I now know when the competition is gonna start?
You do. He did in fact tell you that it would be starting like very soon. Is like you know he told you basically as soon as Larison walks in is when the contest starts. Like he
Okay,
will
then
officiate the
I'll
contest.
put my hand on his shoulder and give him guidance.
Okay. uh, yeah, this dwarf kind of slightly has a little bit more of a like readied face because he can feel it. You know that the other guests here are also adventurers.
Not to mention that probably the tiefling sitting at the table said, "Cheater!"
You can't really tell what the tiefling is looking at, but you can notice. You do notice he's like focusing on his mug, on his because everyone's mugs has been sized to their creature size. So the Goliath mug is about the size of your forearm, whereas the dwarf is like maybe the size of like a regular cup. And with that, and are you gonna go up to anyone, Ilariel?
Actually, I got curious with Lotaro's interest on the dwarf, and I tried to stick nearby to hear what he's saying. But the moment he starts speaking Dwarvish, I get like, uh, take it. What's he saying? And I'm just going to wait for him to end his interaction to tease him a little bit about the moment when the dwarf kind of eased up his look. So the moment Lotaro gets close to me, far from the people, I'm going to say, so I can see clergymen can flirt to make dwarves feel more confident. What did you tell him?
I'm gonna look at him and say, I told him enough. Just about enough to know what he needs to know.
Okay, just let me know if you need the room.
And I'm while I'm saying this, I'm gonna pass him and
Mhm.
go look for anybody who's like getting placing bets or uh doing the brokering of bets.
Roll perception.
Okay. Perception is a 14.
You notice that the goblins and kobolds who have more of the mugs ready are in fact like they're you can see you can very quickly see one scribble something down and take something that glitters out of the hand of another out of a goblin.
And I'm like, I'm gonna walk up and it says, so are we having a side game on the based on this match, or are we not having any side game?
Who are you addressing? The goblin who you saw give the shiny thing, or the kobold who wrote something down?
The kobold who wrote something down.
The kobold is gonna look up at you and because he's a very small kobold. You notice this is the kobold from earlier who pushed the laundry cart,
Mm-hmm.
and we kind of do. I mean, we don't really bet with money. We just kind of bet with shiny things. And he's gonna hold up. what basically just looks like a very shiny shell that you would find on like a beach.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay. And what are the, the chances of the dwarf winning?
Paddlefoot, I'd say Paddlefoot has a good chance, but that Goliath has a real good chance. And nobody knows the human. The human is new here.
Hmm. Yeah, I still would go for the dwarf though. How much is the bet?
Like I told you, we're not betting with money. We're betting with shiny things.
And I take out 1 gold. This is shiny.
He's gonna say, bah, shiny things, not shiny metal. Shiny metal you give to Larison.
Shiny metal you give to Larson.
Okay.
Let me see if I get anything else shiny. And I'm gonna go through my bag. I'm like, I do have this, and this is a ring of regeneration. Uh, and I'm gonna
Was
put
that
showing that.
was was hold on? Was that your very rare item, or
Yes,
is that the item?
yes.
Oh my god! You're betting your very rare item. Okay. Okay. Uh, he's gonna take the ring, and he's just gonna like look it over a lot. This wins you everything if you win the bet.
Good.
How how are you responding, Alaro? Because this is not being done in secret. Everyone sees this basically.
I have my eyes wide open, like in shock.
Are you
What?
gonna go over and try to bet too? Because you noticed it didn't take any convincing.
No, I'm going to get close to Laro and say to Lataro and say, dude, what are you doing?
Well, you're participating, and I am enjoying the show.
So are you part of the contest now, huh? Laurel, are you
Who's
participating?
participating?
I thought you were
Were you?
participating.
No, I told you could participate because you clergymen are prone to some drinking alcohol.
Well, it's good I didn't bet on you then.
Be honest, you wouldn't bet on me even if I were participating.
You might be right.
Okay. With that, Larison does walk into the room past the doors. Mm. Evening, guests. Today we are going to be starting with this. With that, let the contest begin. And he's gonna clap his hands, and everyone starts drinking. Now let's roll to see who goes down first. I kind of hope you don't lose that. Ooh, the human goes down first.
Oh,
He
good.
gets halfway through his mug and he is out. You don't know if it's because he's inexperienced or you don't know if it's because he's not a heavy drinker, but he is gone. He is out already. He finished through the first mug and that was it. Okay. The tiefling is still standing, a little groggily. Ooh, okay. The water genasi and Goliath also still standing.
Hmm.
This one is the dwarf. This is the last roll I have to do. So, ooh, it's a good thing you got advantage on that. It's a really good thing. The dwarf takes his first sip, and at first you think he's about to go down, and then he kind of like burps and he gulps the rest of it down in like a few swigs, and that's it.
See, I told you.
For for context, by the way, um, he rolled a natural one on that first roll.
Well, praise advantage.
Yeah, he would have just lost his ring of regeneration. Okay. Ooh, the tiefling sorcerer. The tiefling goes down. The water genasi is still hanging in there, and the Goliath and the dwarf. Ooh, the Goliath and the dwarf. are gulping these down. They're doing amazing. And the next mugs come out. Oh, and the Goliath stumbles for a little bit, but he still finishes
Oh.
his drink. The dwarf is perfectly fine. He is chugging right along, and so is the Genasi.
Hmm.
I'll start a chant. Chug, 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 chug every round.
Okay. The kobolds who are stocking up the beers and not taking it to the contestants are cheering along with you as they're filling it up from the barrel.
I'm gonna walk up to the dwarf and say, "Are you still doing okay? Are you okay?" And I give guidance again because I suppose that the minute is over.
Uh, are you doing that sneakily? Because you're doing that right in front of a vampire who's officiating the contest.
I'm trying to do that sneakily. Yeah, yeah. I just walk up and say, just
Can I see his movement, like have an idea of his intentions and try to create a diversion, like screaming, shout, chug, chug, and hugging the
The kobolds.
not necessarily the kobolds, but anything that would call the attention of the vampire.
Um, Roll me insight and then roll me deception. Lutalo, I want you to roll me deception, and Laura, I want you to roll insight.
ooh,
Side,
deception.
ooh.
Because you are trying to deceive this vampire lord who you know is a stickler for
Well,
contest.
It
insight is
is.
8.
Oh, all you know is that he's walking over to the dwarf and you can't really piece together why.
Yeah, then you're on your own, pal.
What was your
uh,
deception?
I'm gonna. Well, I have to try to cover my tracks, right? So, I'm gonna cast bless on myself first.
Oh,
I can do that, right? I can do that.
um, what is the casting time on bless?
It's one action. So I'm walking up.
Oh,
I'm blessing myself while I walk.
yeah. I guess, yeah. The vampire will just see that you're blessing yourself. Unless you want to roll deception on that too.
Even more deception. I'll do that. I'll
You're
do
trying
it.
to trick.
I'm doing that stealthily because I am no, I'm not dressed. Um. Okay. How would that be? Uh. I'll just do it. I'll cover it up at a prayer.
Okay, yeah, I'll let you do that. He
And
doesn't
I'll.
know you're casting bless, but roll your deception. Roll your deception to try to give this dwarf guidance. As you're doing this, by the way, they've drinking another two, and the dwarf is still hanging in there. The Genasi you can see is getting a little loopy, and then the Goliath is still
Let me
hanging
get
in there.
my D4. Oh, that is a 7.
Oh, Larison is gonna look at you in a very powerful voice. Utella, these contests are their own.
All right.
Okay. It's up to the dice at this moment if you lose that item or not. Oh, the Genasi goes out finally. The Goliath is fine, and the dwarf is fine. They they've now reached at like what's the bottom of this barrel between all of them. And you notice that in these last mugs, instead of taking it right to the competitors, they're gonna give it to the goblin attendants are walking over to Larison, and because I'll say that you notice that it's magic because he's not covering it all, and I'm just gonna pull this out right here. He has made these rings 10 times as potent with this magic. He has made both of them 10 times as potent, equal to the body weight.
Okay.
Ooh. Ah! Well, I lost that d20. That's fun. the Goliath goes down, and the dwarf barely hangs in there. He, and I mean, he barely hangs in there. And Larison is gonna like kind of glide over because he's a vampire and he doesn't really. He's wearing like very long, like floor length robes, and he's gonna hold up the hand of the dwarf who's like barely hanging on to consciousness right now. He's gonna go, and we have a winner, Petalfoot.
I start applauding and cheering.
And you,
Wow! Wow! Wow!
you see Petalfoot very loopy from this 10 times potency drink. And the little kobold who he made the bet with, like you
Mm-hmm.
gave him the ring to for the bet, he gives you the ring, a shiny rock, like a shell,
Mm-hmm.
and what looks like a piece of obsidian.
Piece of obsidian. Mm-hmm.
Mhm. And
Obsidian. Well,
Larison,
thank you very
Larison,
much.
he kind of like shakes his head in like disbelief that the dwarf still won over the Goliath. And yeah, Larison is gonna like put him back down because in his excitement he picked up the dwarf, and he's gonna put Petalfoot back down, walk to like the center of the room, and say, "And in 20 minutes, all will be the what did I say? What the art contest? Yeah, the art contest all in 20 minutes." And he is gonna put his hands together, and he's gonna say like a happy solstice. Like you can't really make out what he's saying, and all of the competitors go from being drunk to yeah to being at least fine. You can tell some of them are groggy, but they're okay for the most part.
Oh, that must be a very powerful cure spell.
That is some magic that you should learn. It would have helped us a lot. You know, in many of the cities we visited, I had to endure hangover because you couldn't cure me, or you wouldn't. Still decide.
And there is now a 20-minute period between this and the art contest. Where what would y'all like to do in that 20 minutes?
Drink.
I'm gonna
You can
go.
ask
Oh, sorry.
you
Go
can
on.
ask Lair. You can ask Larison because you've now seen him do this trick. If he can make you a 10 times potent drink.
Yeah, actually, it is okay. I can get a little bit drunk. There's not a problem. I'm just going to to grab a drink because the sudden rush of the possibility of losing an item worth the lives of 3 or 4 level 5 adventurers just got me really worried. Things would not work out for us as adventurers.
Don't mind me, I'm just being a goblin and picking up my d20.
And in the meantime, I am just trying to get a feeling of the room and what type of artists there are, and that's what I'm trying to figure out and see what
Uh,
I could do.
Roll me perception on the figuring out who might be the artist, and then roll me. Yeah, I guess just perception for right now.
Perception, regular perception, and that is a 19.
You notice of everyone, the human isn't actually wearing like armor in comparison to everyone. He's wearing like leather, and he's got a nice, funny looking hat. So
Funny
roll
looking
me
hat.
insight.
Yeah.
Yeah, roll me insight.
Okay.
It looks it looks like plum. It's like in the shape of a plum, and it has a feather sticking out of it.
Okay. Well, I'm looking at them with a 13.
Okay. You notice that his hands are kindly covered in paint.
Mm. Well, at least we have a painter.
And as for everyone else, you can't really get much of a sense other than that you don't think the dwarf and Goliath would be good painters.
No, not after that. um, so I'm just gonna go to the bar and just get myself some catnip, if I can get some catnip.
There's kind of like an open service bar, and there is gonna be a troll there, and it looks very comedical. This big giant creature trying to handle little tiny glass drinks.
um, this was not your first choice, was it?
I wanted to be security.
Ah, all right. Do you by any chance know if they're serving catnip tonight?
Catnip in he's gonna turn to like look at his stock, and when he does so, make a dex save, please.
Oh no! Oh, no. A
What?
five.
You're the vaccine. You rolled a 5 on a dex. Okay. When he turns around, the kind of like very big red shirt that he's wearing smacks you in the face for 1 HP.
Okay.
And not even from the like the actual force of the shirt, but because of the smell on the shirt when it hits you.
Oh, and I start to wave my own tail in my face. So just, I need to get out of here. This is
He,
unbearable.
he's gonna pick up um a little like I guess goblet, and he's gonna hand you a green concoction.
Ah, excellent. A catnip.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. And are you gonna take this goblet, or because he set it on like the little like way that a bar is made, like
Yeah,
next
I'm
to the
gonna
counter?
I take the green stuff, and I'm smelling it, and I'm
Oh,
yeah,
you smell it?
yeah.
Roll me a con save.
What is going on? That's a 20, an unnatural 20.
Okay. Upon smelling it, it smells like it's actually just catnip that has been heated up so much it's liquid.
Ah, boiled catnip. One of my favorites.
Okay. Are you gonna drink it?
I'm gonna go to my companion
Mhm.
and just start to sip it.
Okay. Um, what would you like to do, Ilharl?
What is that greenish stuff you have?
That's my favorite drink. Catnip.
No surprise you ended up in a cloistered religious training for clergy. Dude, you do realize that this kind of thing you have to sniff, don't you?
Well, it's something we're not allowed to have, and I'm not in a monastery now, so just let me enjoy my time, please.
Sure. Enjoy your time. I'm going to toast to him, like to enjoying times, and next time I'm going to show you one of the good stuff, and I'll
Okay.
drink the
Okay.
pint.
Okay.
I'll
I used to
still
be
keep
around
sipping. I'm not
criminals.
gonna swirl it all. I'm gonna keep
I
nipping.
used to be around criminals, so I'm going to, I'm going to empty the pint in one go.
Okay. Roll me a con save if you know how to drink.
Oops, can't save, can't save. 15.
You are fine. You feel a little groggy, but that's about
The best of two worlds, grogginess and not puking my stomach out.
it. Okay. Well, um, Harrison is gonna enter back into the room, and he's having, uh, yeah, he is going to be having a helmed horror in his little hellhound, carrying a cart of art supplies.
Ooh.
And there, the helmed horror is going to set them up while the hellhound kind of like holds it up for him to take from his mouth.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up and look around for who do I sign up with to participate. While this is
Uh,
all happening.
you notice that Larison is holding like a chunk of wood, and he's writing with paper on it, like a clipboard, basically.
Okay. I'll walk up to him and, my dear friend, I would like to participate, and yes, I had some good catnip, and I felt inspired to participate.
Um,
As I
upon
hear
like
he's speaking that, I'm in the background, like heavily judging him, like getting high on boiled catnip, which is a
boiled.
plant and probably lost all the effectivity when it was boiled down to the point it became liquid.
Okay, looking up and seeing it's you, he's gonna shoot you a dirty look. As long as this is fair, and there's no goings on.
All right, I promise.
Do you mean that like you're not gonna cast spells? Because if not, you need to roll deception
I'm gonna deceive him, of course.
with disadvantage because he is staring into the eye, like into your soul. Is what you feel.
And with this advantage, that is a 12.
He knows that you're lying, but he's still interested to see how you'll do it anyway.
He's trying to challenge me.
Yeah, he's trying to see how you can get away with it.
Um,
Okay. And he's gonna like walk around. And are you gonna take a seat at an easel with paint? And because
yeah,
there are
I'm
multiple
gonna take
supplies.
I'm gonna take an in an azel, as we call it in Dutch. Uh, I'm gonna sit down at an easel, uh, select a couple of paints, and then
Okay.
wait until the start, until everybody
Okay.
is like allowed to start.
After a few minutes, you see the people who sign up is the human, the tiefling, and the water genasi from earlier.
Okay.
And
Hmm.
he's going. Larison is again gonna clap his hands. And with that, everyone, you can start. The theme of your painting has to be, of course, our lovely solstice.
Okay.
You
I'll
you.
do a little prayer before before I
Uh
start
huh.
painting.
Uh huh. Stealthily.
Yes. Well, I could just prayer and like keep myself high and I can do like this. Uh,
Okay.
do a whole small scenic ritual and
Okay.
cast bless at the same time.
Roll deception on the bless
Or
because
guidance. I mean guidance.
okay. Okay. Still roll deception with disadvantage because he's expecting you to cheat. He just doesn't know how yet.
And deception. That is this one. That is with a 12.
Oh, again, he noticed. You don't know if he notices you not or not doing this, but he doesn't stop you from painting. And to paint, just roll me flat performance
A
with
performance.
yeah.
Performance. Okay. That's an 18. And of
I'm
course I
rolling.
get a. Oh wait, I still get my D4.
No.
That's 20.
Okay. The draw. It's been about like an hour, and the drawing, your paintings have all been finished, and you kind of present them. Everyone steps away from the easels to look at them, and You notice that the one the human is sitting at is one of the most gorgeous pieces you've ever seen in your life. It's like a hyper realistic painting of the lodge and everyone in it, like where they were when he was painting.
Mm-hmm.
The water genasi kind of did like a mountain, but it's a little difficult to tell because it doesn't look like they knew how to distinguish the snow on the mountain from the sky. And the tiefling kind of just painted snowflakes.
Well,
With your 20, what would you like to have painted on the easel?
well, what I made a painting. Do you know the potato eaters?
Yeah,
You know that painting
yes.
where they all sit down around the table with potatoes, with a
Mm-hmm.
big pot of potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna draw that, but then with mice. All the
Okay.
humans in that painting are with mice,
Okay.
and and outside you see through the window there's snow, which is not in the original painting. And also with reefs, with green reefs in the room, and more the traditional Christmas symbols
Kind of.
in a painting that is like about people or mice eating
Eating
potatoes.
potatoes. Yeah. Harrison is gonna walk and he's gonna look at all the paintings and crap, there it is. Heads or tails?
Tails.
He unfortunately picks the human's painting because it is just so hyper realistic you would swear you were looking in a mirror. Okay,
Oh, darn.
and i- he is going to say, Everyone, thank our artist for giving us his lovely paintings, which I will display throughout the rest of the solstice this month." And he's gonna start clapping, and like the kobolds clap, and you notice even the troll claps because he just likes the pretty pictures.
Go on. Sorry. Go on.
It's okay. I designed this to make y'all laugh, so like it's working. Okay, okay. And with that, let's start the story. And he claps his hands twice, and the Hound Horror, who is just sitting in the corner, he's gonna start arranging. He's gonna pick up the table on his own. He's gonna move it, and you notice the troll is taking like bunches of chairs and stuff, and even the goblins and kobolds are trying to move around like small pieces of furniture, like carpets or pelts or whatever. And they set up near the fireplace, which was behind the table, and there are a lot of chairs like just lined up around the fireplace, enough to fit everyone comfortably, including the staff.
Well, you wanted me to
And
participate in this competition,
story contest.
in the story contest. So I will. But I want you to participate too.
Okay, fair enough.
Um, and everyone's participating in this. There's no sign up. There wasn't even going to be an option. I'll be real. If you said you weren't gonna, Larison was gonna come along. This is your
Points
rate
you
for the
out.
night. But you decided to anyway, so I didn't know. So Larison obviously takes the most nice chair, and the troll is sitting on the floor. The hellhound is gonna sit in the fireplace actually, and the hound horror is sitting on like the bricking of the fireplace. And like the goblins and kobolds lay on like the arranged pelts and everything. All the people you've seen sit down, and roll me perception, both of you.
13.
17.
A 13 and 14.
17.
Oh, 17. Okay. You hear outside what you can't mistake as the beating of of wings, of very large, powerful wings. And you can hear it, and you can tell it's from a distance because it's echoing throughout the mountains. and you hear all of a sudden a very loud thud on top of the roof, which
Uh,
you didn't even think was possible because this cabin goes up about vertically 100 feet upwards. This is a very large cabin.
we've got a visitor.
And you're gonna see Laris and stand up in like absolute joy. Oh, my precious Marie, she's here.
Who is Marie?
Oh, that's right. It's been about 2 years. Marie is my new pet. And upon hearing of the name, you guys see outside of the window because it's like a floor length window around the fireplace. You're going to see. Let me see what the description of it is. Yeah, you're gonna see a large wyvern, which is you can swear is covered in like bone plating head to toe, and it's gonna act like a big puppy. When it sees Larison, it just gets all happy and it like shakes in place.
I take a deep
Yeah,
breath. I'm taking a very deep breath.
this is a very peculiar pet.
uh,
Oh,
yeah,
Larison is just gonna. Well, there were some mm, unfortunate benefactors here about 2 years ago, and they attacked Marie. She was just living here on the mountains. And, well, she wasn't very harmful. She was just very territorial. So she is my pet now. And when he says that, he's going to open the window and he's going to toss a piece of meat about as big as the dwarf at Marie.
Yeah. Well, I hope that you never try to open a kind of inn in a newly starting adventures group because and I look at the kobolds. Some people might mistake your staff for
food.
yeah, or worse, experience.
When you say that, he kind of shoots you a dirty look, and you see like some of the goblins and kobolds, and even the troll kind of like looks sad. And if the helmed horror had a face, you would swear he'd be like death glaring you right now.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to offend. It's just because this is
So up.
such different stuff. It's a nice place to have here, but adventurers, they are a dangerous bunch.
You're right, which is why I have signs all up and down my mountains. And you will know that Larison is in fact like the vampire lord of the mountains.
Yes, but still, you
And
do put a
he
target
kind of
on your back.
he waves his hand like at the flower because you've never really seen how strong Larison is. All you know is that a few years ago when you guys first stumbled across this place, he attacked like two of his staff, and he came out and just like beat the life out of you.
Hmm.
He's gonna just wave his hand and go, "It's time for the story." And he's gonna actually point at you first, Alarl. And for the story contest, you will have to make me three rolls: a history roll, a deception roll, and a performance roll, and that will add up to a total score.
Hmm. Okay, first one is history, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys, don't fail me now.
Because you're essentially telling people a story, but of course it's the winter solstice, so you're gonna tell it like
Yeah,
fun and a
embellish.
little
Yeah,
bit more bright than it was.
embellish it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, by the number I got, I start the story with this sentence so that you get an idea of what my number was. Let me tell you the story of how the orphan goblins died in a tragic fire in the city of goblins. I got a natural one.
Oh my god. Upon seeing that, like the goblins that are there just kind of like shoot each other looks. And
That's
Larison kind of looks annoyed. He looks really annoyed and angry.
that's history. Let's
Okay.
go deception.
Okay.
But all of a sudden, that was a 19.
Oh, okay.
A fairy showed up
Mhm.
and gave the late deceased goblins an opportunity to be born again. And the other
You've
one
kind
was
of
performance, right?
yeah,
I
performance.
mean, that was 19 the dice. The total is 24. So the first one, the total is 6. The second one, the total is 24.
Ooh, okay.
And performance, not very good. But, and it was a 9. And
Ooh.
then they lived happily ever after.
You kind of get like mixed faces among the crowd, but you do see like the goblins and the kobold like kind of laughing and cheering and like kind of like the giddy look at kids watching a grandparent tell a story by a fire.
Yeah, but the ending was just like Game of Thrones. Disappointing.
Oh, it's been how many years and people still aren't over it? Okay, now he's gonna turn to you, Lutalo, and he's gonna tell you it's your turn.
Okay. Well, history first, right?
Yep.
Ooh. Okay. That is a 9.
Nine total. Ooh.
Yes, a 9 total. I rolled really bad. That was deception, and that is an 8.
Oh,
And the last was performance, and that is a 5. So,
what is the manner of story you're gonna tell?
well, I start with something very corny, like some elves in the mountain. Uh, and I try to, failingly so, uh, I tried to tell them how they lived. And then I am standing there for like 10 seconds and blubbering an answer. Blubbering an end.
Everyone kind of just looks at your story and just like even Larison is kind of solemn on that.
I did so
Okay,
bad. I did so bad.
yeah. The next person who goes is gonna be okay, Larison himself, and he is going to tell the story of. I already like re-roll, like pre-rolled everyone's score to see how good or bad they would, and I just rolled to see who would tell the story, and it's Larison. Funny enough, Larison starts his story, like very solemn looking. I suppose I should tell the story on the very first solstice of spending my near mortal life. I still do not know who it was to transform me all those millennia ago. In fact, I don't think I ever will. Initially, when I transformed, I had no control over my hunger. I ravaged and destroyed and laid waste to cities. I raised armies to feed my hunger. And then I met a little human who changed all that. Her name was Lorana. She told me that as long as I had lived, I could have brought so much better knowledge or information to the world, bring up everybody's lives as best as I could. And I did for a really long time. I did for the rest of Lorana's lifespan. I never turned her. That was always an agreement. And as he does that, yeah, he's gonna be twirling like a wedding band on his left hand. It's been many centuries since I've been with Lorana, but she changed who I was. She changed me for much better. I did go out for many a century, and I did improve lives. And you guys will know that there are stories of a mysterious man who only would come at night, and he would bring great technology and powers and magics to towns. You've just never connected the dots that it was Larison. And now I reside myself here to the mountains. bringing in others who were wayward like myself, like my staff. And that is the story of how I went from being the king of vampires to an ally of basically life. And upon like him finishing that, everyone claps and cheers. Even the little hellhound who was sleeping in like the fire pit, he's like barking and cheering, and like you can see all of the staff who you know are all monsters like cheering and being happy.
I have a question. Did you used to wear red when you used to deliver those technology and magic and stuff?
I did,
Because that
and
would be great for marketing.
I did in fact wear red, and I still keep red as my colors. And as you look around, you notice that all of his staff wear something that's red. Even the hellhound wears like a red collar. And then,
Hmm.
Yeah, that is cute.
mm,
That is
uh,
weird, but okay.
everyone tells the rest of their stories, and the only two that really stick out to you is that the human is the son of an archfey and a bard, and he's taken after his father. He's also a bard.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And the Goliath is actually the only member of his tribe, and he got revenge a long time ago, but he since then has only used it to like defend towns. He doesn't go out and actively seek revenge or battle anymore. And with the wrapping of our contest, I have an announcement, and it's basically near like dawn. Um, for a special announcement this evening for the solstice, we have a race designed for all of you. Each group will be assigned their own track along with their own tasks and difficulties, but here are some rules. You must cross the line and return here back as a team. There is no teleporting or movement magic enabled. And he looks at you in Tiefling, Lutalo. Stay on the path. I've cleared these paths out for a reason. There are still some stray monsters here. Do not kill the staff along the way, and no attacking other teams. And he's going to send out everyone but the two of you, and he is going to give you a map, which is shaped like a diamond, and you have two rest points, and you have two rest points along the way, and both the edges of the diamond, and it just shows you the path through the mountains for you to take.
All right.
Seems
Now,
easy enough.
if you come here first, you do in fact win a very special surprise.
Hmm.
But again, no killing any of my staff. Every challenge you will meet along the way, as long as you stick to the path, will be a member of my staff. This race will start in the next day, so I suggest you take it to rest.
Okay,
All right.
And then he sends you out and like straight to your rooms with like the hound horror escorting you and all.
let's go.
I
And
don't know what to expect during this race.
and
I
you
don't
kind of
mind.
feel like the thumping of feet. You assume it's the troll, and he's like going to retrieve other people because the hound horror is staying there at y'all's door. You can see through the peephole if you look, and he's taking other people in, and presumably you assume Larison's telling them the same rules and such. And what would you like to do as idle time for the next day?
Well, first I want to, of course, recover and work on my fur again, because it's a lot of work keeping up the fur.
Well, Lotaro, while you lick yourself there, do you have any useful spells that could help us endure the cold and be more efficient? Because it is against the rules to move magically, but it's not against the rules to boost ourselves.
No, I don't have anything that could heat us up. I only no, I don't think so. Well, unless it's an attack, then There's a lot of heating up. No, I don't think I have anything. At least we have food, because I can cast food. I think that might
Okay.
help us. Maybe with hot tea, I suppose. I mean, that could be considered food, right?
I just remember the catnip scene. I put my hands on my nose. Oh my god. You know you would have been dead long ago if it weren't for me, right?
If it worked for you, what? Well, I would perfectly survive myself. Thank you very much.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, I
And
suggest you sleep very well tonight. No praying on midnight,
first,
especially
before
because you
that,
wake me up when you do that.
uh, before it like hits the nighttime, just gonna be a knock at your door, and this is gonna be like a heavy, solid sounding thunk. Do you look
Good
through the
morning.
peephole?
Hello. Who's there?
Yes?
Inside, inside, Larison.
Oh, um, good. Late, I suppose.
Yes, I would like. I was here to retrieve the items for the solstice swap, and out of game, this is what the rare item was, not the very rare item.
Oh, the rare item. Yeah, yes. I give him a package, a small package, and
Mm,
it's made from mineral, uh, a semi precious metal.
okay. And what
No,
will you
semi
be
precious
giving?
stone. Sorry.
What will you be giving him?
I'm giving a package as well because thinking about my partner, I thought about a weapon that he could use since he has been shown to not be so prone on adventuring. I decided to give him something useful for battle. So I'm passing on a mace. I just made a confusion because I thought it was a very rare item.
uh,
Did you give him that one mace from Tasha where it like heals?
No, actually, it's a +3 mace. It's something simple. It's just
Okay.
+3. It's a very
Uh,
rare thing. So
if you make it a +2, you can still +1. You can still like have that as the item you give to him.
okay then.
But
this is
it's still
my
in its
item.
packaged form. I assume it's still in like its packaged form.
Yes, it is wrapped up.
Ooh, ooh. Okay, I see that. Okay. He takes both, and I'm gonna assume you at least have like a tag for you to give to your partner on the package, right? Or at least some writing something.
Mm,
Okay, and he's gonna take them, and he closes the door behind himself after like giving you guys like a small bow.
okay, thank you.
Good
And
night.
uh, he kind of like does it too much in a hurry, so you just hear down the hallway, "Good night." And it is now the start of the next day. You hear a horn go off from the top of the roof, signaling the start of the race, and you guys know where to go.
Okay. Well, do you have the map?
Oh yeah, here.
Oh,
I place on a table.
Okay.
I'm looking at it. Um, what terrain do I see on the map?
It is all like mountainous and deep forest.
Uh, do I also see particular dangers can I guesstimate? Like, oh yeah, this could be a dangerous area. This could be a dangerous area.
You would assume. Roll me investigation.
Investigation is an 18.
There's no markings per se, but you would assume between the rest points there are probably dangers, and the rest points
Sorry,
are rested at the 2 points of the map.
you dropped. Say that again.
Um, Let me turn up a little bit. Reading on the map, there's nothing else in particular marked
Mm-hmm.
out other than the rules again and the shape of it. But there are two rest points marked, and your investigation would lead you to assume you would probably be attacked before, after, or maybe both when you hit the rest points. Because this map does say it'll be like a 2-day journey.
Okay, so we have to be particularly careful around the rest points.
Hmm.
Okay. I'm not giving that information.
Okay. And with that, do you guys start walking to your start of your map? Because it is marked where you start.
Okay, cool. Well, if you're ready, I'm ready.
Let's go. Let me remind you, you are responsible for the healing, that we only win the competition if we arrive here both alive as a team.
Yes.
Mm, and yeah.
Yes.
So you guys are gonna start walking down the path, the first part of the path,
Yes, probably marching, trying to cover.
as much ground as possible.
Yes.
Within, I'll say within about 4 hours, make me a perception check, both of you.
Perception. Yay.
Perception.
21.
Oh,
Uh, 21? Ooh, I've got more. I've got a 24.
oh, oh my God. Okay. Laurel, you hear something in the trees, like at the tops of the trees, because these are some very tall trees. These are like oak and pine trees. And uh, yeah, Lutalo, you do actually see a winged kobold about to drop a rock on you. Roll initiative. And yes, these kobolds are in fact wearing red clothing, and you do recognize them from the lodge. Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Oh, Lord.
Holy
That's
shit.
12 for me.
That's an 11 for me. Oh, no, also a 12. Sorry, I miscalculated.
Oh, would you guys how do you want to decide who goes first out of the two of you?
My dex is a +3. What's your dex?
Plus
I'd
5.
assume the rogue has plier decks.
So, you go first.
Well, basically, as I listen something, do I listen to the sound of the branches of the trees or just the flapping of the wings?
You heard like the branches themselves move. Like you with your friend and now rolling initiative, seeing them all out. Two kobolds who don't have wings pop out from the side of the road, and two winged kobolds drop down from the sky. And
Okay.
you would assume that the sound that you heard was the one of the winged ones taking off.
Okay, I'm going to. I assume that there are trees and they are quite close by one
Mhm.
another.
Yeah.
So I'll try, as I wear probably a white coat, I will try to blend in against the kobolds flying with the snow, and I'll try to hide behind trees. So I'm going to go stealth mode.
Okay. Well, first one of the kobolds is gonna take its action. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. Lutalo does an 18 hit.
Yes, that hits by 2.
Oh. Okay. Hmm, all right. Oh my god. He stabs you really hard for about 6 damage.
6 damage, okay.
And then one of the winged ones moves down. And let's see if he would notice you. Alara. Oh yeah, he notices you. Okay. Ooh, these dice do not like Laurel. I assume a 20 hits. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And you are stat. You a rock drops on you for about 6 damage.
Ouch.
And let's see. Then the other kobold on the ground is also gonna go at you, Laurel. Ooh, I assume An 8 doesn't hit.
No.
Okay. And then it is y'all's turns. Remember, there's still one kobold left to go. And the rules do specifically state don't kill his staff.
Don't kill,
Mm-hmm.
You can knock him out, but you can't kill his staff.
but we can incapacitate them and hurt them.
Yes. Yes. They signed up for this. They know this.
Okay, great. So as I'm close by and I get really pissed off that I got hit by a rock,
And
you
and
damn, you damn little pest. I'm going to grab the first one with my main attack action, the one that came close to me to hit me.
to try to stab you, yeah.
So it will be a grapple check.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
I'm not mistaken, it's my acrobatics, no, my athletics against his acrobatics or athletics.
What is your role?
My roll is 20.
You, in fact, restrain him with very little ease. He wasn't expecting you to strike back so quickly.
I get my dagger
Hmm.
with my second hand and I stab him.
Roll. I'll say you can
No,
roll to
yeah,
hit with advantage.
yeah. Actually, I'm not going to stab him. I'm going to punch him because I'm afraid. I
Okay.
have to remember it's just a kobold. I'm afraid I would kill him, so I'm just going to punch him.
Okay. Roll
Uh,
to hit and then roll your damage.
I do strike with advantage because I have the grappler feat. So whenever I am
Okay.
attacking someone that I grapple, I have advantage.
Hmm. Go for it.
So, my attack. Okay, the first roll, second roll. Ooh, 25 with advantage. I believe it hits.
That certainly hits. For how much damage?
3.
When how do you punch him? This is how do you knock him out, basically?
Actually, I grab him as he's, smaller than me. I grab him, I pull him up, and I say, "Stop attacking us!" and punch him and let him go, like to fall down.
Yeah, that knocks him out. It is. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn? Because there are still three other kobolds.
Yes, actually, I still. How far away is the kobold that's still going to act?
The kobold who is still going to act is about 60 feet up. He's the second flying kobold.
Okay. What about the other kobold that's still on the ground?
The other kobold who is still on the ground is about, I'll say, 20 feet away on the other side of Lutalo.
Oh, great. Then I'm going to take my bonus action to disengage because I'm a
Okay.
rogue. To disengage, no, to dash, and I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
get close to him. Like I punch this kobold, and all of a sudden I just get a quick, fast impulse, and I just taps beside the kobold, like looking menacingly at him, like, and
Okay.
that's my turn.
Lutalo, it's your turn.
Okay, there's still one in the sky,
Yes.
and there are two in front of us, and right?
Yes. One is on your right side, and the other is about like 40 feet in front of you guys.
Okay. I will attack the one that's closest to me,
Okay, so the one on your right.
and I'll just mace him.
Okay, roll to hit.
I'll just mace him. Where is and that roll is a 22.
Ooh, that certainly hits. Is that a natural 20?
No, that's an unnatural 20.
Okay. That hits. Roll your damage, please.
Okay, and the damage is 3. Oh, that was a bad roll.
Yeah, you still knock him out. These are just little kobolds, and you're level 10 adventurers. Even if you rolled a 3, you've hit him really hard. He kind of just holds his hands up.
And as a bonus action, I'm gonna do spiritual weapon.
Okay. The two kobolds left are the two winged ones.
To the closest to the wing one in the sky.
Yeah, the closest one is 40 feet away, but he's only like 5 feet off the ground.
Okay. I'll take that one. Let me see where that is within the striking range, right? Let me look that up. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah, 60 feet is the spiritual weapon. I can only cast it at first, so I'm gonna cast it right in front, above him, like it's
Okay.
about to strike, but it can't strike yet because striking is the next turn.
It is the other wing. It is the last kobold's turn, and ooh, a 23 hits you, right? The Larl. Yeah. Okay. 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 Oh, he only hits you for about 4 damage with the rock he drops on you, and it is the other winged kobold. He readied spiritual weapon. Does a 16 hit?
Who, me or
Yeah. Does it hit you, Laurel?
uh oh,
Laurel, does it hit?
you're muted.
My bad, I was muted. Sorry. No, 16 doesn't hit me.
Okay. Um. Yeah. It is now your turn, Laurel, because you have the higher dex mod.
Yeah, well, um, there is one that is 5 feet up, right?
Right. That is the winged one who has tried to throw the rock at you.
Okay, so how far is it from me, horizontally
He
speaking?
he is 40 feet.
Oh, yeah, that's far away. I'm going to get into defensive stance then. So I'm just
Okay.
going to defend myself and say, okay, I leave the next two to you. Good luck.
Okay. Well, it's your turn, Lutalo. There is still two kobolds.
Well, I'm gonna first hit one with the mace,
Okay.
Careful
and
not to kill them.
that is with a 13,
That hits him. Yeah. Okay. Hit him with mace.
and the damage is a 3.
He's still up. He hurt. He looks really hurt. He looks a bit more than bloodied.
I look at him, and then I look to the other kobold where I uh, had the spiritual weapon above, and it's a big candy cane. It's in the shape of the very big candy cane.
The candy cane. Okay, go for it.
Yeah. So let me see. I'll do that from here, and that is an 18.
To hit, yeah, that in fact hits. Please roll your damage.
And while it hits, it gives the ooh, that's a 10. That's a 10 damage.
You absolutely flatten that kobold out. That candy cane strikes him in like the back of his spine, and he just falls out of the sky like belly flop onto the snow.
Uh, I'll take my movement and run towards the kobold. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think I can reach him because he was 40 feet away, right?
40.
Yeah.
Yep.
I won't be able to reach him because um I can
He's
only
just
run at
medium.
30. So
Okay. The other kobold gives up his hands, and you have passed the kobolds. Are you gonna leave them in the snow? Because one of their buddies is still up. Two of them are still up. It's the other two who are knocked out.
okay. What are we doing? I'm looking at the. I'm
Do you
gonna
want the
finish these.
kobold to die?
No, I wanted to just look to check on the one that no I hit with the spiritual weapon.
The
So
candy cane.
the candy cane
Okay.
hit. I wanted
Well,
to check on that one first. That he
check
ain't
on that
dead.
guy.
I'm gonna
Do you
I'm
wanna?
I'm gonna
Make
check.
sure he ain't dead and make
Yes,
sure that he
exactly.
won't die.
Are you gonna do a medicine check, or are you gonna heal
No,
him?
I'm gonna instantly do a healing. No, I'm yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do a healing word.
Okay. You take about 10 minutes. Roll your HP. Roll a HP.
And that is a 5.
The two kobolds who are how many people does healing word target? It targets like 3, 4 people.
No, it's one creature of your choice. So that was the creature that I hit with the candy cane.
The candy cane. That kobold gets up and he kind of like looks a little afraid at you, and the because that was one of the winged ones. The two winged ones pick up the one who's not winged, and they just kind of fly off as their fourth buddy is like trying to keep up with them. You are about an hour from a rest point.
Okay, let's speed up.
Yes, let's do that. Let me
Okay,
see.
all right. This is a clearing. This is very clear. It is very well understood. This is a very cleared out area. There are even already set up tents and stuff here. There's a fireplace with wood and yeah. Would you guys like to take a rest? Would you like to take a short rest, a long rest? You're gonna pass right through.
What is
I'm
smart?
fine. I think we can move on. I don't need to rest. I got a little bit hurt, but I'm okay.
How long did it take? Did this take?
That
This an hour, right? An hour
About
trap.
5 hours, right? No,
you,
we walked
you
for
guys.
4 hours.
Yep.
Then we had the encounter. Then 1 hour more, and we got to the rest place, right?
Yep. So it's been about 4.5 hours, I'll say.
4.5 hours. Okay, let me.
You, you guys are
Cause
making excellent time because this map does say estimated time 2 days,
okay, I'm
and you
fully
guys are
healed
already
again.
a fourth of the way done.
I'm already fully healed again.
Okay, so you
Oh,
want to take a
thank
short
you
rest?
very much.
Well,
Okay.
I start looking better and better. I'm like, yeah, well, that is when you have the advantage of a ring.
Okay, I forgot you had that. Whoops. So are you guys gonna pass through this rest point?
Yes.
Yeah,
At least I vote for us to move on. No
yeah.
need to
Okay,
rest.
if you want to walk further, then you can walk further. Then that's, I'll just go with you.
Okay. So you walk another 3 hours and roll me perception again, both of you.
15.
26.
You noted. What was your roll, Elara?
15.
Elara, you don't notice anything that Lutalo, you see a little bit deep into the woods, like maybe 10 feet from where you guys are, is a glowing red. And roll initiative again. As what steps out is the Hound Horror and his Hellhound pet. Ooh, he's definitely going first.
Yeah. 11.
19.
The
I
Hound.
am totally unaware of what's happening, and I'm going to get hit by a train, and I won't be even aware of what is hitting me. Ah,
The the Hound Horror is first going to yeah, let's see what he does. Holy, okay. I assume a 26 hits you, Elaro.
yes.
Okay. I am also very sorry because that was a natural 20 roll on that. So that you're gonna be taking crit damage.
Well, as long as the damage is not bigger than 31, I can survive.
You take 10 damage and he gets a second attack. Ooh, an 18 hits you, Utalo,
Sorry, an 18? Yes, that hits me
and he hits you for 9.
for
It
9.
is
Oh,
yes.
a
I think
9.
it is now your turn, Lutalo. Yeah, you rolled a 19. So
Okay. Well, of course, I'm gonna do a bonus action, and this time it's going to be um a tree ornament, a glowing tree ornament.
Okay.
But as you know, we first cast. Then I am going to try to just attack him. So I'm gonna go up to him and uh, give him just a regular old-fashioned mace to the head,
Roll to hit.
and that's a 16.
That does not hit.
Damn it!
Okay, Laurel, it is your turn.
What size is this hellhound?
It is medium.
Ooh,
So
that's
it is a
one.
pretty big hellhound.
Yes, he is, but he's of about my size. Therefore, I'm going to hug him. Another grapple attack. Ah!
You're gonna try to grapple the hellhound. Okay.
Yes, I may not get very much. I may not be very well at combat, but I am very well at being daring. So my athletics was a dismal 16.
Ooh, okay. Okay. He shakes you off with ease. You might be his size, but this hellhound just shakes you off like water.
Okay, you force me, Hellhound. I take off my dagger as my move action, and as a bonus action, I just jump backwards, disengaging.
Okay. It is now the hound horror's turn again.
Good
You're
luck,
quite a distance.
Lotaro!
Yeah.
Thank you very
Oh,
much.
Utaro does an 18. Yeah, an 18 hits you,
An
huh?
18 hits, yes, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Where's my D10? Where's that? There it is. Okay. Oh, and you take 8 damage,
8
and he swings at you
damage.
again. Does a does a 17 hit you?
No, yes, that does hit too. Yes.
And you take 5 damage from that.
And
It is
5
now.
damage.
It is.
Okay.
It is your turn.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do first a regular mace attack.
Mm-hmm. Roll to hit.
Right. Hit him with the mace. And that is going to be a 25.
That hits. Is that a natural 20?
That's an unnatural 20. That
Okay.
has 5 damage. I am going to use, because he hit me twice in it, I didn't particularly care for that much. I am going to do a. I read that dress. Where is that damn option? Um, no, that's not this one. I lost what I wanted to do. I'll
Ooh.
in between as a bonus action because I wanted to take a second action, but as a bonus action first, I'll hit him with the hit him with the ornament.
Ornament. What is that? It's a saving throw, right?
No, it's a no, it's just a spiritual weapon, and that is
I've never actually used that spell, so.
it's just an that's with a natural 20, and it's total 26.
Ooh, okay. Let's see how much damage he takes. Actually, yeah, roll me the damage. How much does he take? Because that
Well,
hits.
yeah. So that is the damage is this should be doubled. So two, 2 and 4. That is 6. The times 2 is 12. Is 14.
Okay, you've hit him for 19 successfully.
Great. Then I still was looking for that other option to hit again, and I think that is the war priest. Yeah, that's the war priest feature.
Oh, the one I showed you.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
am going. Oh no, that's a bonus action. I just see that's a bonus action, so I can't do that.
Mm.
No, I
That's
can't
why I
do
was
that. That's a
asking because
bonus
I read
action.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. 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 Yep.
Okay. Laurel, it's your turn.
I'm going to move towards him using my bonus action to hide.
Mm.
So I believe a stealth check is in order.
Yeah. Roll self.
22.
Okay, let's see what this hellhound does. Is that all you're doing for your turn, by the way, or no?
No, actually, I'm going to just hide behind his back so that I can sneak attack him.
Okay, you're hiding behind Tala, or are you hiding? You're trying to hide behind the Helm Horror.
No, behind the Hellhound.
Oh,
I'm
behind the
going
Helm.
to move around, like maybe I'll
Maneuver.
roll on the ground and try to
Slick
throw
barrel
snow
roll.
up and I'll like try to hide just for a brief second so that he doesn't know where I am so that I can stab him.
Okay.
So do I get advantage on this attack?
You will have a flat attack because the Hellhound has advantage on perception, on
Oh,
hearing or smell.
dang it. That's okay. Does 30 hit?
30?
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits. Christ.
So
Yeah.
damage,
Mm.
it is 11 plus the
Sneak attack, I assume.
sneak attack. Uh, that is 10 points of damage because of sneak attack.
The Hellhound kind of like winces a little bit at you doing that. But now he does know where you are because you successfully stabbed him. Kind of like a little dog. And yeah,
Do
the hell.
something, Lotaro. It's your
Yeah,
turn.
it is. Oh no, it's not. It's the dog's turn.
No, I mean, it is your turn. Be a hero. Now it's your turn to be a hero.
When you hit him with that, oh god, yeah, okay. Make me a dex save, please.
Okay.
Both of you make me dex saves, actually. Yeah.
17.
Okay. You both pass the save, and because you do, you both take. Oh, let's see. You both take 9 damage of fire. As the Hellhound kind of winced in pain, at the end of his wince, you notice he sucked in a lot of oxygen, and he breathed out fire on you.
So we were successful.
You were both successful, yes.
Well,
So
then
you took
actually,
that was the 9
as
damage was the half.
as he exhales, I start jumping from one side to another, trying to avoid the flames, and because of my evasion, I take no damage.
Does evasion work on an AoE effect?
When you are subject to an effect that allows you to make dex saving throw to take only half damage, you instead take no damage if you succeed on the saving throw. And only
Okay.
half damage if you fail.
Okay, yeah, you succeeded, so you take no damage. You kind of like barely dance out of the way of his fire, because once he unleashed that fire, he stood in place like he was preparing.
Hot, 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 hot.
And it is the Hound Horror's turn. Upon hearing his dog whine in pain and seeing it release its fire, which it hardly ever does, it's gonna charge at you, Hilaro. He leaves your range, Lutalo, so if you want to make your opportunity attack, go ahead. Does not hit. And now he enters into your range, Ilaro, so you can also make a attack of opportunity because he enters in your range. He completely mad dashes over to where you are.
Oh my.
Yeah. He is a little upset.
So opportunity 17. No hit.
You miss.
Yes. It's a total 5 in my dice because dice are not happy with me today.
Does a 15 hit you, Ilaro?
No.
Oh, I assume a 26 hits you though.
Yes, it does. However,
Yeah.
I am going to use one
It's
of
like dodge or
my,
something.
yes, my uncanny dodge.
Yeah, you're gonna want that right now because that was a crit.
Yeah, so it's going to be just a normal damage because I take only half of it.
Okay. Okay. Oh my god, he's angry. 14 damage. Then that
Ouch.
was half. He is absolutely angry. He misses you with that first sword swipe, and then he comes back down and brings it right down like on your shoulder.
Okay.
It
You
is your
think you're
turn.
tough?
It's your turn, Lutalo. Yeah. Mm. The 27 hits, the 17 does not. Oh, okay, then yeah, go for your yeah. Spirit weapon. Okay. Oh, yeah, that hits 24 hits. Let me see what that does. This Helm Horror is looking a little worse for wear. You can see like cracks in its armor. In other words, yes, it is bloodied. It it kind of ponders for a moment, and it can't answer because it can't speak. So, Laurel, you take your turn.
Well, I'm going to do what I can do best. Is Lotaro in close range with the attacker, with my attacker?
He is, in fact, yes.
Oh, great. And he's going to get stabbed. But of course, first, I'm going to throw myself from one side to another so that I can hide.
Mm.
Moving half of my speed, I can make a hide check from that guy. And
Okay.
that is a total of 30. Look at
Oh yeah,
that.
he does not
I
know. He got hit.
disappear in front of your eyes.
He was hit so hard. If you swore if he had eyes, it would be glazed over.
And no, this was the stealth check.
Oh,
Now I'm going to do the attack.
okay, go for it. And you get
Stabby,
advantage because
stabby.
stabby stab. Yeah.
So with advantage, I believe that
Yep.
is
Go
a
for it.
27.
That hits. Yeah.
Okay. Feel my sting. And that is a 11 again for the dagger
Damage.
damage.
Okay.
And the sneak attack is 13. You better give up.
Actually, when you hit him, um. Oh wait.
Oh no.
What's your weapon made out of?
Uh, it is just a regular magic weapon.
Lutalo, what's your weapon made out of?
My mace is, I think, just regular metal.
Neither of your weapons are magical in nature.
No,
No,
my dagger is
mine is
magical.
not. No, only the spiritual weapon, I suppose.
I gotta do that. Okay. So you said that. And then you hit him for 11 and 17.
11 and oh my god. I don't remember how I can look at the history of the rolls.
Uh,
Uh, it was 13, 11 and 13.
Okay. Okay, that's actually really lucky for y'all. I almost didn't read something. So yeah. Yeah. So when you stab it, the hellhound is not gonna attack you surprisingly. It's just gonna go over to its owner, the helmed horror, and kind of like try to lick at him. It's his turn, and he just kind of raises his hands in surrender. He looks really worse for wear. There's like chunks missing out of his armor.
Wise decision. I placed my dagger again in my pocket. Ah,
Uh,
let's move on.
out of game terms, if I hadn't read something real quick, y'all would have killed him. Because I didn't realize you weren't using magical weapons.
Yeah, well, I am.
You
That's
are,
the
yes,
thing.
but calculated with crap,
With
with Hollow's damage,
yeah.
it doesn't kill him. Because I didn't realize the whole time he had resistance to y'all's normal weapon.
At least I hit him with my spiritual weapon, so.
You did, and that hit him for a lot. You hit him for a lot there. Okay. Do you continue walking?
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna leave this behind, and
Okay.
I,
You
I
must.
I let I let the spiritual weapon linger a little bit longer, and then when I'm out of range, it disappears.
Okay. It takes y'all now. It has now been about 10 hours, and you're at one of the diamonds, which is also a rest point where you guys like to rest because you've made good progress. You are. This map was written for 2 days, and you have made it halfway through in 10 hours.
How long was this walk?
About 10 hours, right?
Uh,
From
this walk
from battle to now.
from battle to then was about 4 hours. It's been 10 hours total.
Okay.
Hours.
Just let me tell you something. Power has been a little bit weird, so if I suddenly disconnect, sorry, but I'll try to come back.
Okay,
Just to let you know.
that's
Okay.
okay. I feel that struggle with my laptop.
Okay, I got healed again a
So
little bit.
I have to
Well,
rest. If you're not going to do your cleric stuff, I have to rest.
yeah.
Well, I'm
Are
gonna
you guys gonna
rest
be
too,
taking a
but
rest?
naturally I already took a little bit of a rest automatically.
Are y'all taking a long rest or a short rest? Because remember, this map was written for about 2 hours. 2 days.
For
2 days.
me, it's a
Two
short
days.
rest.
Okay.
You want to go through the walk through the night?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. We better rest and leave early in the morning.
Okay. So you guys take the long rest, get all your features and stuff back from your long
Yeah.
rest,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
and there actually at these rest points there are in fact like pallets of food ready. Not like the nicest food, but a bit above ration quality, I would say.
I'm
Let's
going
see.
to eat and I'm going to, patch myself up because I got hit really hard by that sword.
Yeah, it really. And there in the food, when you unwrap the food, there's a little note that says "Good luck, keep going," and it's signed Larison.
He just likes to rub it in, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think it's the first vampire coach that we've met.
Hmm.
He is certainly the first like nice vampire y'all have met, especially given the circumstances of a lot. Okay. Do y'all start to walk?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
When we
Yeah,
wake up.
Of course, I first take the morning to brush my coat straight again.
Okay. Okay. About how long do you take for that?
Probably an hour or two.
Okay.
I'm very meticulous.
Well,
Okay.
he's going to take exactly 1 hour because when I see him starting like licking his paws, I
I'm
say, no,
not
no,
licking
no,
my paws. I'm
start,
just ruling a brush. Thank you very
start
much.
with your feet. The rest you do on the way. We're not going to stand here for 2 hours. You
Okay.
have 1 hour while I eat the breakfast meal.
All right. And after that hour, y'all start walking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You walk for about 2 hours and roll me perception.
Everything is so white and bright here. I can't see a damn thing. Natural
I
one.
Ooh,
I got a 20,
The
a
second
natural.
natural one that I got in this game.
you rolled. But wait, one of you rolled a natural one, the other rolled a natural 20.
No, an
That's
unnatural 20.
okay. With your 20, you notice some of the trees are cleared. What was a very thick forest is past. There is a very small clearing of trees and roll me initiative. You said make it last as long as the other one, and this is about as many fights as you had in the last one. If only a little easier, I think.
Okay, I'm
And
gonna grab
again,
my shield again out of as a response. Okay. I'm at
13
19.
initiative. One more
13,
time,
19.
I'm going to get hit by the train, and I won't even hear the blare horn.
Ooh, okay. The initiative is Lutalo, Elaro, and then the troll, because you notice it's the troll who is serving you drinks.
Cool.
Okay. I am going to. Hmm.
You've had a long rest, so you have all of your stuff back.
Yes, and I'm thinking I'm gonna just first do guidance on myself as an
Guidance
action.
is an action, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an action, and then I'm gonna do the bonus action, which is of course a spiritual weapon.
Okay. I assume that's your turn because you can only
And
summon it one turn.
that's exactly. So, uh,
Laro, it's your turn. You see this hulking, massive troll wearing a red shirt.
Okay. I'm going to move up to him.
Hmm.
Is Lotaro engaged?
Are you Lataro? That's a good
no, no,
question.
no. I didn't go up to the. I just stayed there, guided myself, and then casted the spiritual weapon, which is this time again a candy cane.
Yep.
Okay, but is the spiritual weapon engaged?
It can't engage
It
until
can't
it's
engage yet. It I can only call it now the first time.
All right, then I am going to unsheath my dagger,
Hmm.
look menacing, and take the dodge action
Okay.
because it's a troll. If I get close to him like alone, I'm going to get killed in one round.
Well, you. I would also say that you would know that the staff probably aren't gonna kill you, and this is meant as like an obstacle course, but with
This guy
living
wanted to be
obstacles.
security. If he decides to be employee of the month and kill the invaders, I
Well,
don't
I
want
would
to
say
be the one to suffer that.
it's fair. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Aha. Okay. Move that. Move that. There we are. All right. The troll is going to take its first attack. It is going to try. Oh God. Yeah. It's going to try to bite you. Ilaro. Let's see the difference.
Disadvantage. Disadvantage.
19 and 20. I assume a 19 or 20 hits.
Yes, it does, and I'm going to use my 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 reaction to half the damage just in case.
Just in case. Okay. That wasn't a natural 20, but you can still.
Still, I can do that once per reaction, so
Uh, that is 11 damage, and then. God, yeah.
11 total or
Oh,
11 halved?
11 uh, total before the half, so take the lower half of 5.
Okay.
Oh, and then. Oh, ooh. A 22 hits.
Yes.
And I know that one doesn't hit. That's a natural one. Okay, let's roll the damage on that. And two. Okay, still that. Right. Ooh, ooh. And 11 again total before being half. So take another five.
I'm
Did I
not
get to?
sure I can do that to every attack. Let me check it here. Yeah, it's only once per attack. It's an attack, so
Yeah, take that full 11 this time. Okay. Um. Uh, let's see. Lutalo, it's your turn, I believe. Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm gonna just do what I kind of do best at the moment is just hit him with the mace.
So you move
uh,
into his range.
yeah, I move into his range. Uh, so that is 15 plus 3. So that is 17 plus the mace's modifier uh, is 22.
Yeah, that certainly hits.
Okay. And that is a 4. With my spiritual weapon, we're gonna do this. No, not the same thing, but we're gonna just simply attack it.
Okay. For how much?
For how much? Sorry, yeah, I have to change stop. And that is with a 25.
Ooh, that hurt a lot.
And that the damage is 9.
Okay. I'm doing some math. This troll only looks like medium hurt, if any.
Okay, okay, okay.
Alara, it's your turn.
now that it's engaged, I'm going to try to stab it.
Hmm.
Okay. Feel my dagger. Ooh, 31.
That certainly hits. Is that a natural 20 roll for you?
No, no, it was a 19.
Oh my god.
Total 10 damage uh, from the stab and sneak attack because it's engaged, 13. Give up and you can still keep up with your dream to be security guard.
Upon you mentioning that, he's a little upset. Yeah. So he's gonna. Oof, man, you should not have said that. He's gonna
By the
focus all
way,
his.
sorry,
Yeah.
before I forget, disengage bonus action. Ha! Quick jump backwards.
Okay. How far back are you?
Probably one movement. I did not move, so 30 feet.
One full moment. Of course, he has to go. Hey, of course he goes again.
Does a 17 hit a Laurel? Actually, the troll is
7.
gonna first move to you, and he catches you. So, uh, Lotalo, make your attack of opportunity.
Uh, do I get guidance on this too? No, I don't get it, right?
No,
It's a reaction.
it's just your first roll.
Yeah. That is a 22,
That hits.
and that is for 6 damage.
Okay. He uses his movement, catches up to you, Laurel. Okay, that's not fair. I assume a 19.
Yes, hits. My armor class is 17. So, ouch.
Oh,
But
all
I'm
three of
going
those
to use
attacks
my
hit.
reaction to half it.
He has 3 attacks, and all three have hit. Are going to hit, so you can use a reaction to half the damage.
Which attacks does it have?
He's going to bite at you, and then he's going to claw at you twice.
Okay, I am going to avoid the bite.
Okay. That's good because you only take 6 damage from that.
Okay, and the claws.
Ew. 13, and then 10. You made him really angry when you talked about being a security.
Yeah, he made me really angry when he got more than 50% of my hit points in one go.
And this troll is still looking healthy. Okay. Lutalo, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm just gonna chase after them, and I'm gonna hit him with my mace. Uh, while I also tell my spiritual weapon to follow me and go on top of his head. But first, my own roll is unfortunately a very bad one, because that is a 16.
Does not hit. Actually, yeah, that hits.
Oh, a 16. Good, great. Okay, and then the damage is a 5.
Mm.
Then from my spiritual weapon, which is a 10, which probably doesn't hit.
Oh, that does not hit. No, a 10
Yeah,
does not.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it. That's it. That's it. See me hit with my mace.
Lutalo, take your turn, please. Or Elaro, please take your turn.
Well, as he's close to me, I'm going to say, okay, you want to fight dirty? I jump and try to hang up on his neck because I'm going to try and grapple him.
You make that with disadvantage. You're
Okay.
trying to grapple a large creature, so.
So 12. I got 2 and 3 in my dice.
Oh my. Oh, he breaks out of it. You try to grab him by his neck, and all he does is just flex his neck muscles, and it's too much for you to pull your arm around. And he just falls for trying to grapple him.
And bonus action disengage. Another jump backwards. And I say, Lotaro, do something.
It is unfortunately the troll's turn first. Ooh. Okay. His first attack, his bite, will be against you, Lutalo.
Okay.
Oh, and does a 14 hit? I
No,
assume
that
no.
misses.
Okay.
He bites right into my shield.
Cool. And he's gonna charge at you, Elaro, and then tell me if. Ooh, yeah, that hits. That was a natural 20.
That is another moment when I'm going to use my cunning evasion. Cunning evasion or my uncanny dodge.
Okay. Okay. That's 8 before, and then yeah, and then half it from your uncanny dodge, and he still has another claw attack.
So wait, it's 4 damage from the first claw attack.
Right.
Okay.
And he's gonna hit you again. 18 hits.
18 hits.
3, for 12.
Okay.
You made him really angry when you mentioned security guard jump.
And that was not intended as a taunt. It's like a threat. You can live another day.
he he did not understand that his intelligence is a -2, so he assumed you were insulting. Okay, and Lutalo, take your turn, please.
Yes, I will. I'm gonna attack with my mace, and
Go
that
for it.
is a 24.
Well, that certainly hits.
I thought so. I thought so.
All of
And
a
there you
sudden, he
go.
just gets mage armor.
And that's for 5 points of bludgeoning. And then, of course, I tell my spiritual weapon in the shape of a candy cane.
That's really unfortunate. Give me just a moment. All of my stuff fell. I have no idea where all my dice went. Well, it is 6 of my 7 dice, and that is my book. So now I know where they are.
Yeah, cool.
I will look for that after this. Yeah, so how much damage did your spiritual weapon do?
Sorry. What was it? The damage was 5.
Okay.
That was and the spiritual weapon. Its attack is 21,
That hits.
and the damage for that weapon is unfortunately just a 3.
All right. Okay. LRL, it's your turn.
I take advantage of the fact that he's facing Lotaro, and I stab him.
Okay.
That is 24.
That hits.
So from the stab, full damage. He gets 12 points of damage, and from sneak attack, it is 18 points of damage.
Ooh,
I
okay.
think that hurts.
That
And
hurts.
as a bonus action, surprise, I'm going to disengage. That quick jump back, and as a move action, this time I'm going to hide.
Well, yeah, he didn't have to because when it's the troll's turn, he raises his massive hands and surrenders, and he starts meandering off into the forest.
My head, probably I jumped backwards and I dove into a amount of snow. So my head just raises. You'll see that white fluffiness becoming the head of the face of the half elf, saying Elvish, "Oh, thank the gods."
Yeah, so um, you guys are gonna walk for another 3 hours. It has now been 23 hours, and you reach the next rest stop. Would you like to take a short rest?
Yeah, it can be a short rest. I don't think we should risk spending much more time. If the
No, no, no.
other adventurers are like us, they
We
shouldn't be
just have to
taking long.
be very aware of what's going to happen during the night.
So you guys are gonna try risking the nighttime excursion. Actually, no, it'd only be late day after a short rest. Yeah, it'll be late day, like the sun
Late
is
day.
starting to
Yeah.
set.
So we're going to take a short rest, right?
I'm fine with a short rest. I don't need one, but yeah, I'm fine with a short rest.
I do need one. I have 12 hit points out of 73.
Do you
Right.
require any healing?
Oh, now you're offering. So kind of you. Yes, I do. Didn't you see that my ribs were all broken and exposed in a weird art performance out there?
Well, I could do. How bad are you hurt? I like half ass fallen over, or
Another of those claw hits, and I would bite the dust.
Okay, I'll do at level 2, a healing word, and that makes 8 points of recovery.
Thank you. I still think we need a short rest.
It's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys are gonna take a short rest now?
Yes, and I'm going to use quite a bit of uh my health die.
Go for it. Use as many as you want. There's one last. You're in the last leg, essentially.
I'm gonna to help him heal better. I'm gonna create food and water.
Okay, go ahead, cast.
I'll do that at level 3 because that's what it does, and that's what I've casted. So
Okay.
now we have a plate of better food than much better food than rations and what they supplied us, and so that helps you heal.
Oh, that is weird. It did not heal me.
I said it helps you heal. It doesn't heal you.
No, no, no. Sorry. I was talking about the D&D Beyond.
While
Okay.
you guys are discussing what you're gonna do, I'm gonna look for my dice that fell.
Well, it, it's gonna be a trip, but we're almost there, aren't we?
Yeah,
Let me
I
let
hope
me
so.
look at the map. Do you have the map, or did I have the map?
Okay, I opened up the map.
Hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm.
You look at the map and you guys know you're in the last leg. All you have is to pass whatever you assume is last, and you will be back at the lodgings.
It's an elaborate. It was not very elaborate, I can tell you. So I don't know. This might be too easy for us.
Well, I have an idea of what the last challenge will be.
Him?
This will probably be the pet,
Hmm.
the
Well, we'll see.
wyvern.
Are you guys
Oh, that's
are
a
you guys moving?
Let's space up. And by the way,
yes.
I don't know, but it would be a nice idea for us to try to hide from it and run as fast as we can.
You know what? I'm gonna. I don't know where. I'm gonna ready my bow and arrow. It means that I'll be a little bit vulnerable. So you make sure that you are aware of your surroundings, because I will be
Oh,
very vulnerable.
okay, I will try.
Okay. You guys are walking, right? Or are you like
Yes.
standing discussing?
Yeah, we are walking.
You walk for 2 hours and roll me perception.
Okay. Oh, that's bad.
Ooh.
My passive perception is higher than I would roll now.
I will allow you to use your passive in that case.
My passive is
Well,
16.
Oh my god, okay. It just
22.
Ilaro, because you mentioned it, I wasn't planning this, but you mentioned a much better idea.
What?
Ah, thank you very much.
um, you hear the same heavy beat of wings from a distance that you recall from before.
The moment I hear that, I jump on top of him
My
and
god.
say, hide! Throw myself on top of him and trying to use my whitish coat to cover us both.
Okay. Both of you, please do me stealth checks.
Okay,
see if you can distinguish this.
my stealth
26.
22.
Oh,
I took
you were so
proficiency in
close.
stealth.
You're so close. it lands like 30 feet from y'all, and it stomps its wings as if like trying to challenge y'all to say, like challenging y'all to stand up. And it
Oh,
certainly knows you're there.
damn it. Okay.
I want to be I want to be transparent about that. It only noticed you were there by one.
Dang it.
You were close.
I call myself a rogue.
Exactly. Now get off
Preposterous.
me. Now get off me.
Well, I stand up. I ready my dagger.
Okay, roll, roll me initiative, both of you.
Oh, nice. Finally, 22.
5.
It's gonna be you, Alaro, and then it's gonna be Marie, and it will finally then be you, Laurel.
Okay, okay, okay.
So take your turn, Laurel. You see this large wyvern covered head to toe in bone plates.
Mm, okay. It's all or nothing. I'm going. How far is it from us?
It is 30 feet away from you.
Okay. I'm going to move towards it and I am going to try and grab it.
You entered into its range, so I'm going to let it have an attack of opportunity.
Yes.
Oh god. Oh, this is a 28 hit.
Well, I'm going to use my reaction.
Okay. Oh my god. And of course, that's one of the dice that fell. One of the other sets. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. For 18 damage, it hits you with its claw.
Okay, so it's 9.
Yep.
All right. But I jump and try to grab it.
Do it with disadvantage.
Okay. One is 17, the other is 17. Oh, same number.
Let's see if you grapple this bone covered wyvern.
Let's hope he fails.
You do not. He shakes you off and, in fact, throws you back to where you were 30 feet ago, right next to your friend.
Okay.
He had a natural 20 on shaking you off.
Okay. I hate you, Wyvern.
Yeah, the wyvern will take its attack now, and upon hearing that, both of you make me Constitution saving throws. It rears up its head. It sucks in oxygen from the sky.
21.
Okay.
Constitution.
Yep.
Natural 1. My
Oh,
third. My third natural 1 this game. I love how
oh
lucky I am.
no.
Thank you, RNG.
What's going on?
Okay, Laurel, this is gonna scare the absolute life of you. You fall asleep.
I can't
This
fall
dragon's
asleep,
breath
dear.
weapon falls asleep.
Sorry, I'm half health.
It's not a magic effect, it's a biological effect.
Oh, okay, it's magic. Okay, then.
Okay. Mm. Then it's
So,
up to me then.
yeah, Lutolo, wait, it's your turn.
Okay. I am going to cast, of course, spiritual weapon again.
Okay,
This time I am going to do that as a nutcracker. So, uh,
like the
the
jaw of a nutcracker.
yes, 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 yes. Just a big head, a soldier head, and then the mouth part that crushes.
Yep.
Um, at the moment, I have my bow in my hand, so
Yep.
I am going to go for stealth. I have to leave.
You're gonna try to sneak away from this.
I'm trying to get away first.
Okay. Roll stealth in front of the dragon, looking at you. The wyvern looking at you.
And that is a 19.
Okay. How are you gonna try to hide from it?
I'm going to, because I assess what happened. He dropped. I'm like, I only have a bow. I can't protect him with a shield or anything. So I'm gonna sprint while, and then I'm gonna dive into the snow.
Do you sprint away from it, or you sprint like to the sides? How you doing that?
I'm gonna sprint away from it towards something that is like a mount of snow, or something that is like
How
might be
how
bushes or anything.
how far do you move out of its range? Do you use your whole range?
I'm using my whole range, yeah, and I'll end up somewhere in between.
Okay. Is a wyvern moves and looms over. Um, yeah, it looms over Laurel, and it is first going to hit with. Let's see. Okay, yeah, it is going to do. Ooh, wait. Ooh, it is gonna do it. This. It is gonna charge at you, Hilaro, or sleeping Hilaro, and I'm gonna say it has advantage because you're asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, it's a natural 20.
I'm dead, probably.
Maybe, honestly. Why? Okay, that kind of balances out. And then you take, oh my god. Okay, that one's saving. And you take 20 piercing damage. That wakes you up, by the way.
Okay, I'm still
It
alive.
Yeah, it charges to where you were and just spears you with the front part of its head.
Ow.
Yeah, and it is still not done. Does a 16 hit and then does a ooh, 20 hit.
20 damage.
No, no, it's 16 and then 20. There's two separate attacks.
Okay, 16. If I'm awake, I believe I don't take it because my AC is 17, but 20 does.
Okay. You're awake after that attack. It's the first attack that was like it goring at you. It swipes at you and it just misses because it still hasn't processed that you're awake now. And the second attack hits you for ooh, that's ooh. For 13. It
Okay.
sideswipes you.
Ouch.
Mm-hmm.
Lotaro, do something.
Yes, I am going to switch weapons.
Okay. I'll let you
Uh,
do that as a bonus action if you roll high enough on dexterity.
yeah, but I want to use my bonus action for my spiritual weapon because that has been
And
successful. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna just switch the weapons because that's a full action, and
yep,
then have the uh
spirit
no
weapon.
shit. No, I have to do it like that. Because I'm like, I haven't guided myself. So I'm like,
Well,
shit. So,
what
okay, I'm
guy
gonna.
it takes yeah.
So that's also an action. So first I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna do that spiritual weapon attack
Weapon.
with
Okay.
a 11. Sorry, a 21. That's not 11. 21.
That hits.
Great. 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 And that hits with a 4.
Okay, it takes 4 damage. It doesn't look very hurt, but it did. Like the Nutcracker kind of like punched down on somewhere on one of its wings.
And I'm gonna switch weapons and grab my shield.
Okay. Oh man. Okay. The Elarl, it's your turn.
Is it still next to me?
It is next to you. It is standing. Oh, it is standing over you. Would be more appropriate wording.
Okay, then I'm going to try and twist around and try to grab it again.
With disadvantage because it knows you're gonna try.
Yes, no problem. 16 and 16 because the second one was a natural 20. That is sad.
You mean a natural one?
No, no, no. My disadvantage roll was 16.
Oh, okay.
The other one was a nat 20.
Oh, that would have done something. You try to grapple it, but it's moving a little too much for you to do it. Just barely.
All
And
right,
the
then
grapple fails.
I'm going to use my bonus action to hide. I'm
Okay.
going to turn around in snow and I'm going to hide. As I'm going to move less than half my speed, so I'm not going to move like far, far away. I'll try to make the impression that I am rolling a lot. So it gives me advantage in my stealth check.
Okay, go ahead and roll that.
So one is 18, the other one is a natural 20, 33.
Okay. And that is all you do?
Sorry?
Is that the end of your turn?
Sorry. No, yeah, it's the end of my turn. Took my action, bonus action, and action.
So you moved 15 feet, right? Your movement is
Yes.
30?
Yes.
Ironically enough, that saved you. It was only 15. The wyvern's gonna climb right over to where you were, and it's going to hit you 3 times. Yeah, it's gonna try to bite at you, and then 2 claw attacks. Um, your 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 stealth was really good, but it has blind sight for 60 feet.
Okay.
So the
That
only
is
way you could hide from it is
sad.
if only you were invisible and hide. You only hid. Oh, 20, 18, and then a 14. Those are all for the attacks.
I'm going to use Uncanny Dodge in the first one.
Okay.
And the third one doesn't hit me.
Okay. Ah, and of course that's one of the dice that fell. I'll just use the percentile dice. I hate that, but ooh, ooh. You take 9 damage, and that's already the halved value. And then
Okay.
oh, whoops. And then 12.
All right.
And it is your turn. the Lutalo.
Okay. Then of course, this time I am going about it a little bit different. This time I am going to jump up, point my mace, and then I'm gonna do a guiding bolt.
Ooh, okay.
Which is a spark of light that is going towards it. And I rolled a 19.
That hits.
Okay, great. Come on. And damage for it is 9.
Okay.
But of course, I am also doing my spiritual weapon again, and it's trying to clip off its wings. That's what it's trying to do, crushing the wings, bony wings. Let's
Roll
see.
your damage. Hit and all that.
Oh no, it's a oh no, it was a 7. 13. No,
Does not
that's
hit.
not it. No,
No.
that was it. I'm gonna try just to stay where I am right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Laurel, it's your turn. This this wyvern has torn into you quite a bit.
Yes, and I'm going to make it pay. All right. Pay attention to the spiritual weapon while I stab you where you cannot see. Since grappling is not working, let's try to do something a little bit more direct. And 28
That does in fact hit. Roll your damage, please.
from the stab is 11, and from the sneak attack, it's 16.
Okay.
And I am going to stay put because I don't have enough movement to run away from it.
To run away. No, but okay. Oh man, it's the wyvern's turn. So, Lutala, how far away would you say you are from
Uh,
where this is happening?
I went. I did not use my full movement last time, so I am somewhere between 60 and 50 feet away from the wyvern and my companion.
Well, you were, and then they moved twice.
Oh yeah, then I'm more.
Yeah.
Then that's
You're within 20 feet, I'll say.
they moved my way or away from me.
They moved. I assumed your companion was moving closer to you because he was back flipping and you went back.
Okay, then it's probably smaller. Yeah. Okay.
I'll say you're within 20 feet. Hmm. Okay. It is a little annoyed at you, Lutalo. And
I wonder
please,
why.
yeah. Ooh, ooh. I'm sorry. That's a natural critical.
Oh.
I'm reading the rest of this real quick. Apologies. Yeah. So, oh God, which dice? Oh God, that. Dude. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Wow. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. You're going to take 14 damage. It rears up its tail and it slashes over Elaro to hit you with tall. And please make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Constitution save. That
Both
is
of us
20,
or just
Just
27.
him. It hit over
20,
you. It maneuvered its tail and swooped down on him, missing you.
27.
Okay.
With a natural 20, by the way.
Okay. Nothing happens, and it is your turn now, Lutalo.
Okay. Of course, I'm gonna have my spiritual weapon form a distraction in the form of an attack,
Okay.
and that happens with a 15.
It does not hit.
Then I'm thinking, let's just not get close and use the guiding bolt. So I'm gonna attack with a guiding bolt with a 24.
That hits.
And it's radiant damage. So, and that radiant damage is a 19.
Oh my. Now you can
And
tell this creature is looking a little worse for wear.
yeah, I'm gonna.
Quite bloody.
How what condition can I see from my companion? What is your state? How do you look? Like completely bloody or?
Yeah. does
Completely
does he?
completely bloody, totally torn apart. I don't have clothes anymore. I have rags.
Okay.
And I'm quite sure that that spiral around my left arm, that's not a tattoo.
Okay, then I'll move towards my companion.
Your companion. Okay. What distance are you getting?
Uh, I think I'd use my full movement to get there. So if I don't know, that would be 20, right?
Yep. The wyvern gets an opportunity attack because you entered his
Yeah,
range.
of course.
Oh, it is a 15 hit.
No, it does not.
The wyvern tries to claw at you, and it just bound. You stop it with your shield in place because you're just a little too far, and you make it to your companion.
Okay. Okay, that's my turn.
And it's your turn, Alaro.
Well, I believe now that Lotaro is engaged with the wyvern, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to use that to my advantage and stab the creature.
Okay, go ahead, stab.
And stabbing it is mediocre number. That is a 14. Next.
Does not hit. Okay, you at the end of your turn.
Yep. Actually, I'm going to move around. You
You're
know,
gonna try to maneuver.
yes,
Are you going?
just so that he has to divide attention. I'm just going to go around it, so that oh no, but yeah, no, I'm not going to do anything
You're
because
just gonna sit there.
if I do that, Lotaro will have to move again in order to heal me. So I'm just going to stay here and while receive the major attack together. We fall together, my friend.
Yo.
Well, this excursion for a fact isn't meant to kill you. So if anything, you might just not be the first ones to win it.
Okay, but in the heat of the battle, you
You,
forget about these rules.
yeah, okay, that's fair. Okay. Hmm, hmm. It is the wyvern's turn. Let's see. Hmm. It is gonna try to grapple you with one of its hands, LRO.
Hmm,
Oh, does a 23 hold you down?
let's check. Acrobatics, don't fail me. And it failed me 16. I'm grappled.
The wyvern rears up its hand, and instead of attacking you, it just pins you down into the snow. It's not like a rough hold, but you're certainly not gonna wiggle out of it.
I can still try to escape with a grapple check, right? Or no?
You can try to escape on your turn. Yes. Okay,
Hmm,
and it
hmm,
is
hmm,
going
hmm.
to try to use the tail attack again. So let's see. Does a 26 hit you, Tala?
26, yes, most definitely hit me.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Five, three, three. Okay. You take 16, and then roll me another Constitution saving throw.
That is 21.
You're fine. Nothing happens other than the 16 points damage, and it is your turn.
Okay. I think I'm gonna change tactics. Instead of healing you, because you already walked away, you got grappled. I am going to cast banishment.
Banishment.
Yes. I require a charisma saving throw, and DC is 14.
Ooh, okay. Didn't think I'd use it for this. Call heads or tails, please.
Tails.
You're very lucky. You do in fact banish it. But I
Okay.
will say, from your magic, you know you can feel he didn't banish it to another realm. You put it in a demi plane.
Okay. Good. 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 Good.
You have
Uh.
what, like a minute? I think is what it is. If it's in a demi
Yeah.
plane.
It's up to a minute. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Okay.
It's up to a minute.
Yeah. Whatever you're gonna do, start doing it.
Okay, I wanna do a healing. Let me see. No, I don't have to.
I will.
You're not dead yet.
I will.
Uh,
I will say you can take 3 full actions, the both of
okay.
you.
I'll give you a healing, and I'm gonna do which one is better? No, I'm gonna do that at a higher level. I'm gonna use healing word at third level for you, and that is 10 points for you.
Thank you.
And I am going to cast not that one. I was looking for another one, which is spiritual guard. Oh no, I can't do that because that's also
It's
concentration, isn't it?
concentration.
It's
Yep.
also concentration.
Unless you have Wardcaster as one of your feats.
No, no, no.
Oh, nope.
Wait, wait, wait. I
Okay.
do have. Wait, wait, wait. Do I have a war? Am I a
You have.
warcast?
You might have
No,
War
I'm a war
Priest, but not
priest. No, I'm
Wardcaster.
warcaster.
Nope.
Okay. Um. 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 Um.
You have what? You have 2 more actions.
No, that's also concentration. That's also concentration. That's also concentration. I want to
Remember,
do
this
it.
isn't. You have to beat everything. You just have to make it back to the lodge.
So yeah, I think we are just. I'm trying to. No, I can't do that. I have to let go of the spiritual weapon. Uh, and have some type of protection for you. I think I'm gonna try to do that.
I will say this: your characters understand it's about getting back to the lodging, not about defeating everything on the way.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I think
Yeah.
this one is better. I am
After the
going.
first healing, I say, let's just run. How much time do we have before it comes back?
I
Uh,
will say you can take 2 actions.
So yeah, I'm actually asking Lotaro, how much time do we have before it comes back?
well, it's gonna be back in a couple of seconds. I'm gonna
Then let's run.
also have you do have like this can move, right? Yeah, I'm gonna cast Sanctuary. So I'm gonna remove uh my other thing. What do you call that? The spiritual weapon.
Spirit weapon.
And I'll keep Sanctuary up, and then we run away.
Okay. So you move. Are you running? Are you dashing for your 60? Or you?
Running for
Okay.
our lives.
Okay. This is gonna be interesting. The minute has passed, and the wyvern comes back from its banishment. You guys are about 2 hours and away from the lodgings, but you have a 60-foot head start.
Excellent.
And I will let you.
60
I will let
foot.
you move in turn of initiative.
That means that
So
I heal again.
yeah, so both of you move 60 feet away from wherever you were just standing.
Mm-hmm.
And Alaro, do whatever you're gonna do.
I'm running
Okay, take your dash.
for
You're moving
dealing
another
with.
60 feet.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's possible, but I move 60 feet, and then I take my cunning action to dash again.
Go for it. How far have you moved?
If a dash action is like 60 feet, then I move the 120.
Yep. Okay. You've successfully basically left your teammate in the dust.
Well,
I do that once.
And
Don't worry about me. I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use the
well, it's
feline
the
thing.
dragon.
Oh
It's
shit.
the dragon's turn. Yeah, I
Okay.
told you we're keeping this an initiative.
Yeah.
The wyvern. Let's see what its movement is. I don't actually know that. Oh no, it's gonna dash and it moves 100 feet. It is 20 feet behind you. Laurel, it's 20 feet behind you.
But it is following me, right?
Yes,
You're the
it
one that's
is.
running. So.
Yeah, you're the
Great.
farthest away.
That is the point.
So it's your turn, Utalo. What are you
Okay.
gonna do?
I am going to. You're getting away from me, and that's a bad thing because I can't protect you that way. So what I'm going to do is do the feline agility, which gives me double speed until
Mhm.
the end of my turn. So that means I'm moving now 60 feet. Uh, yeah, that's an action, I think. Or is that just a movement?
I
I need
will
a I
let it
need a ruling here. I
be.
need a ruling here.
Since it's a racial trait, I'll let it just be a movement because you're not activating anything. You're just moving at what your natural
Yeah.
pace would
Okay.
be.
Then I have sanctuary still up, so I have to can move that with me,
Yes.
right? So I'm gonna point it towards around having my companion in the center of it, and I
Okay.
myself
Does it
I'm
have that much range? Because he is still 60 feet away from you.
from me. Oh no. Then I would have to move. Shit. That's
Even
not
with like
enough.
your feline movement, he's still 60 feet away.
Yeah. So yeah, then I won't make it. So I'll just use the guiding bolt to attack the wyvern.
The wyvern. Okay,
Yeah.
roll to hit,
Yeah. That's the only
and
thing
I'll say with advantage because it was focusing on your teammate.
Okay.
That is the moment when the slow motion gets in, and I say,
Yeah, it didn't really help because my highest roll was a 14.
Oh, that doesn't hit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, it is again your turn. It's your turn, Alaro.
I say, don't attack it. Let it follow me. I think I can outrun it. Just follow us. And I'm going to dash.
Okay,
Check if it's still following. And I'm going to take the bonus action to dash again.
it is in fact still following, and on that last part with your bonus action, please roll me a Constitution saving throw
Okay.
because you have now dashed 6 times.
14.
You have a level of exhaustion,
Okay.
so you have disadvantage on your next whatever next action you take other than running. You have disadvantage on, and if you get another exhaustion point, which will only take you 2 dash, you your movement speed will be reduced by 10.
Okay.
You
Okay.
guys, it's the wyvern's turn. It again dashes at you, and it tries to hit you with its tail. Let's see. Ooh, that doesn't hit. That's the 9. I assume a 9 doesn't hit.
No.
Okay, and that is its turn. It is now your turn. Litalo, yeah.
Okay.
They are now even further away from you.
Yeah, it's now probably 120 feet away from me.
it, he dashed 120 from the already existing 60, so he's 180 feet away.
Oh.
And the dragon itself, the wyvern, I keep saying dragon. The wyvern itself is about 120 feet.
Yeah, on this distance, I can't do anything. So I'm just gonna take my 30 feet to get closer. That still means that the wyvern is 80 feet
It's
away from me.
it's yeah, it's still pretty
So
far.
that means the oh no, I undinged the spiritual weapon. So I'm gonna just do another guided bolt.
Okay. Yeah, you'll have
And
range within that.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
And
I'll
that's a
say again
21.
with advantage. Oh, that hits. Hit for your damage. Or roll your damage.
And that's 18 points of damage.
Ooh, you did pretty neat there.
Yeah,
Where
that
how
was
would you
pretty
like to
good.
hit this dragon for wyvern for 18 damage?
uh, well, because I was in a hurry and I couldn't really distinguish my companion from the snow because he was gone, and then the wyvern
Blazed past.
spat just speed past me, and I'm like out of a reaction I just do a guiding bolt, so it's like uncoordinated, but it's still like
It
that
still
moved, so
hits,
I'm
right?
gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit that.
Yeah. With that guiding bolt, you notice that the bone wyvern, there is blood streaming from in between its interlocking plates. Okay, and yeah, into your turn, Laurel. Remember, another two dashes, and you lose
Yeah,
10
I'm
feet
not
of movement.
dashing. I am in the dodge action.
Okay,
This here's a question: can I take the dodge action and the move action?
I will say you can take your regular movement and then your dodge.
Okay, but it is a melee, so I'm going to use my bonus action to take the disengage, move away, and then dodge.
Okay, yeah, I'll allow that. And that's the end of your turn.
Yes, just
So you're now
30 feet
yeah,
away.
yeah. So you're now only 50 feet away. Okay, and the wyvern uses its regular movement, and again, it's going to rear its head up into the air, very menacingly and big. You see its chest expand. It's gonna lower its head and unleash its breath weapon. Please, again, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
And that is a 6. No dice above 10.
You
I
fall
fall asleep.
asleep,
Yeah.
and it is your turn. It's your turn, Lutalo.
I am going to do hold monster. I'm gonna first move,
Oh,
so the distance is
okay.
smaller.
Right. Are you
Uh,
moving the 30 feet?
yeah, I'm moving just a regular
Okay.
30 feet. So
It's
that
only 20 feet away from you now, like physically
okay.
20 feet.
Yeah, then I'll just do hold monster, and it has to do a wisdom saving throw. DC is
Okay.
14.
Ooh, let's see what this monster's wisdom is. Okay. Oh, you're lucky. You're lucky. 13.
So now it is held.
Okay. Um, it is back to your turn. Oh well, you're asleep, Alaro. So,
Yeah.
um, it's the wyvern's turn. He's gonna grapple you with advantage. Actually, he's just gonna straight out grapple you since you're asleep. And it turns to face you, Lutala. And it's your turn now.
Oh no, it's paralyzed. Remember, it's
Oh,
paralyzed
it
now.
is paralyzed. Yeah. The dragon, the wyvern doesn't move, and yeah, take your turn, Lutalo, because Elaro is
Okay.
also asleep.
So, how far is my companion away from me?
I'm engaged with the wyvern.
50 feet.
Oh, damn. It's still. I would have to. I
You'd
want to
have
wake
to.
you up, but I can't do that if I have to dash towards you. That's just a thing.
How long will
Um.
the wyvern stay held?
That's a
Uh,
good question. How long?
it's a minute, or until it's does a successful saving throw.
Okay.
So, yeah. Then if I attack it, it's gonna be at advantage, isn't it? Because it's
I'll say it's at
paralyzed.
advantage because it's paralyzed.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a guiding bolt again.
Okay, roll the hit.
Roll the hit. This time with advantage. And there's both 16.
Oh, neither of them hit.
I'm so I'm so in panic. Just don't know what I'm
You
doing.
are. You've seen your teammate go down twice.
I've seen him. I'm just in panic. Okay. Well, that's kind of my turn because I can't catch up.
I'll let
Oh,
you.
no, I
I'll
can't
let you
catch up.
do. Yeah, you can catch up. I'll let you take another two actions before the wyvern moves. Can move
Oh,
again, and Alara's just asleep until he takes damage or someone wakes him up with an action.
so I'm gonna to do a dash action, and then I'm
Okay.
probably at Laurel,
Mm-hmm.
and then I shake him to wake
That
up.
takes an action. Yeah,
Yeah.
it takes an action to wake him up. Okay.
So I think, and that was it. I think.
Yep. It is your turn, Alaro, and I will say that because you were put to sleep by the breath, you lost the level of exhaustion.
It's a new day.
No, it's the same
And then you
day.
immediately and and then you immediately turn around and see the wyvern behind you, about to move and pounce on you.
Running?
Okay, go ahead. You're gonna do your full 120 movement.
Yep. No,
Okay.
actually, just I'm going to move
Mm.
and then one dash, like a normal movement,
Okay.
and I'm going to
So
use
you're
my
90
bonus
feet.
action. Yes,
Cool.
so that I don't lose my companion.
All right. With that movement, you are now 100 feet within sight of the lodgings, and it's gonna be the wyvern's turn. He's gonna turn around. Actually, no, because he moved in front of him.
He first has to get out of it.
Yeah. The three actions I was taking as the minute that it would take him normally.
Okay.
So it is gonna try to grapple you, the Talo.
Oh, congratulations.
Ooh, a 19. So please continue
Oh
to
yeah.
roll that.
Okay. Well, I am grappled in that sense, but
Okay.
You never know.
um, oh, that's 14.
It picks you up with its claw. Ooh, what's that? I found one. And yeah, that it's gonna take its movement, and it is 40 feet behind you, Alaro, with your teammate in hand.
Wait.
Mm.
Okay. 40 feet, right?
Yeah, it is 40 feet away from you,
I'm
and
going.
you are 100 feet within the range of the launch of the
Oh,
lodgings.
okay. Okay. No. Okay. Sorry. And my plan is not going to work like that. So I'm going to take the dodge action, stay where I
Okay.
am.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's all. That's all you're doing.
No,
You're not gonna use your.
I'm going to get closer to the lodge better. I'm going to take the bonus action of dash towards the lodge.
Okay.
So 60 feet, and then dodge action.
The wyvern is 100 feet away from you, and you are 40 feet from the lodge. You can
Mm,
basically almost feel the warmth of the lodge at this range.
yes. If my plan works, it's going to be nice.
Okay, it's gonna use its movement, and then it is going to try to use its tail action. So, oh, it's disadvantage because of your dodge, huh? Okay, okay. Does an 18 hit you?
Yes, it does.
Okay, that was with disadvantage. And please roll. Actually,
I'm going to half the damage.
okay. 17. You take 17 damage, but then you can half that, and I'll let you take the lower half.
Okay,
And
so
then please roll me a con save.
con save. That is a 4.
That tail attack has grievously wounded you. You lose a d10 HP at the start of each of your turns.
Okay.
But you can use an action to uh, patch yourself back up.
Right.
Yep. And it is now. I'll try to let you struggle out, Lutalo. It's your turn.
Um. Yeah, I wanted to. How high am I in the sky?
Oh, it's not flying. It's just been like crawling amongst the ground.
Okay
So
then.
I'll say you're about like 10 feet off the ground.
Okay. Then I would just cast spiritual guardians, and then it has to do
Ooh.
while he's moving, if he's moving, a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Well, he did in fact move, so does a 12 pass?
No, that does not.
Okay.
That does not.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what it gets. And it gets 15 points of radiant damage.
Ooh. Okay.
Because is it a, yeah, no, it makes no difference. I want, if it was the alignment was good or evil, but it makes no difference here.
It doesn't make a difference now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the wyvern kind of like shakes off a little bit after being hit by the spirit guardians, and it is your turn, Hilaro. Remember, you're
Yes.
bleeding, so now you take.
I take 1d10, right?
Ooh, yeah, you take 5 damage.
Okay. I'm going to take my action
Hmm.
and patch myself up.
Okay,
Close the bleeding
please,
quickly.
please roll me a medicine check.
Medicine. That's a 3 in the dice. Probably didn't do anything. But I am also going to take my disengage bonus action. Not disengage. My cunning bonus action to dash towards the lodge. I'm not going to enter the lodge. I'm going to stay right by the door because
You
with the
are
dash.
right by the door, and
Yes.
you're still bleeding. It is the dragon's turn, or wyvern. Okay, and it is going to try. Oh, hmm. Does a 24 hit?
Yes, and I'm going to half that.
Okay. 2d12, 3, 3, 5. Okay. Well, because you're at least 20 feet away, please roll me a strength saving throw.
13.
It knocks you prone, and you take. Oof, 12 plus 16, 21 damage.
Divided in half.
No, that's the full total. So now you can divide 21.
Sorry.
21 was the total, and now you can half it.
So half would be 10, right?
Yes, I'll let you take 10 instead of 11.
Okay.
Okay.
Whew.
The
Lotaro, let's
yeah,
enter the lodge.
yeah, Lutalo, it's your turn.
Did I drop on the floor on the ground or?
It has not dropped to you just yet.
Okay.
You can try to struggle, or you can use your spirit guardians to hit it, and then it'll drop. It might drop you. You know,
Yeah.
depending.
I'll let the spirit guardians do it again.
Okay, roll to hit, please. Wait, no, it's a
uh,
wisdom save, isn't
it's a
it?
wisdom saving throw.
Oh yeah, dang, that's good. 15. Does that pass?
Yeah, that passes barely, but it passes.
Okay. Is it an all or nothing kind of thing?
It's an all or nothing. Yeah, no, it's half damage.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's. Let
roll
me see.
your
It's
damage.
makes a saving that is full damage on the special. Uh, Let me read that for sure. Yeah, half damage. Okay.
Please roll your damage.
12.
And that was your lucky number. Upon that damage, the wyvern drops you, raises up its wings, and beats off, like dashes off of the ground. Please, both of you roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Say a 7.
Oh, okay.
26.
You pass, Hilaro, Litaro. You are going to take uh, ooh 12 damage,
12 damage.
and
Okay.
yeah, and you guys are just at the entrance to the lodge. Do you
Well,
walk in? Because
actually,
the wyvern.
before anything I say, you may have to help me walk in because I'm still bleeding
Yeah, he's bleeding. He's still bleeding. Let
and I
me roll
have
you that last
five
damage for your
hit
bleed.
points.
Let me roll you this last damage to see if you bleed again.
Yes, I do.
Oh, you're so lucky. 4. You have 1 HP.
I say, I push Lotar, let's go. And I get into the cabin and I collapse on the ground.
Yeah, 1 HP in a dream. That's all I can say. So yeah, you guys have entered the cabin. Are you gonna? What are you gonna do? Your friend is kind of collapsed on the ground.
Okay, I'm gonna just do a healing. What I can do because I already lost a lot of spells. I'm gonna do a healing word on
Okay.
second level,
Okay. Roll to heal him up, please.
and that is 4 points of healing.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
Does the bleeding stop with the healing?
it does, in fact, stop. I'll say it stops.
Ooh, thank
Okay.
you. You closed the hole in my heart, the one that was,
Actually, your heart. And
bleeding.
when you enter in, you see there are very panicked, like, and surprised goblins and kobolds. And the kobolds, you see two of them are in like like white robes that were clearly meant for guests, and they start panicking and running. They start panicking and running and throwing it to like the carts and trying to hide it and stuff. And
I
you
fight
hear
really, really hard the urge of screaming. The wyvern went mad and started attacking us, but I do not do that.
and you you see Larison walk out, and instead of being very regally dressed and ready, he's also in a robe. Just it's like as if he's just woken up.
uh, did we barge in on not an opportunity time?
What? How? That was supposed to take you 2 days. You're here in less than a day.
Technically
Yeah,
speaking,
that's
in
his
less
fault.
than 2 days because we slept one entire evening.
He just kind of looks in like disbelief, and he says, "What? One moment, please go to your." Oh, hey, he sees you, Elaro. Yeah, he comes back up. He like touches the top of your head, and actually he touches both the top of both of your head,
Hmm.
and regain half your HP. Like half of your max HP, just gain it back.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm already at that point, so.
Okay, so yeah, Yeah, give me an hour, please, and go to your rooms to, I suppose, relax for the next hour.
Thank you. I raise a thumb. Like, yay.
Okay. And what would you guys like to do with near a day of free time? Because he was not. Nobody else is here yet. You guys are the first to make it.
Well, first of all, I'm going to arrange a new set of clothes because I believe that the Wyvern has made my adventuring clothes
Oh yeah,
into shambles.
yours are in shreds, and um
And besides that, I'm going to sleep for an entire day.
yeah,
I'm
sleep.
going to walk into the room and I'm going to say, Lotaro, my dear friend, you are
Yeah.
the best companion I have ever had in an adventure, but I'm going to sleep an entire day and I couldn't care less what you do with your life. Nice rest. And I just drop on the bed and start snoring loudly.
I put a pillow on his head so the snoring is a little bit lessened, or at least the
Okay.
volume. And I'm just start, getting undressed and start, brushing my fur again. I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah. And what would you like to do for near a day of just downtime?
I would like to. Well, I really don't particularly care for baths, but I do like the snow, so I'm gonna just make snow angels, and then when my companion still is sleeping, the next day, I suppose, because he got hurt.
When you go out of the lodge to make snow angels, you will see the bone wyvern Marie swoop down, and she just kind of like um makes kind of like a sad noise. What do you do? How do you interact with it? Because you're laying down making snow angels, and you see the bone wyvern who nearly knocked out you and your companion.
Hmm. I don't know what to think of you, because I am actually very scared of you. But
When
you,
you
at the
say that,
same time, acts very strange, not very dangerous.
when when you say that, Marie kind of like growls a little bit sadly, and she opens her jaw and deposits. Would you like to check out what it is she's
Oh
deposited
yeah,
next to you?
yeah.
Because you're still on the ground making snow angels.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm curious about what is that.
Okay. She opens her mouth and you look to see in the pile of stuff she has dropped. Um, I don't recall what the exact name of it is. Do you know the amulet from Tasha's that increases your spell save and it gives you an extra channel divinity?
No, I don't know which one that is. No.
Well, yeah, it. I can't recall what its name is. But she has given you that in plate armor, like just full on plate armor.
Ooh, where did you get this?
And when you act interested, she just kind of goes to being happy and like swivels her body. Like
Okay,
there's
that
no blood
doesn't
or
really.
anything on the plate armor.
There.
It's just covered. It's just coated in her saliva.
Yes. Well, I need to first, and while I'm talking, I'll just rub it in the snow just to get
Okay,
all the
yeah.
saliva off. Like, yeah, thank you. Let me go down inside and have it dry and stuff. Thank you. Very awkwardly.
When you say that, she beats her wings and she just lands on top of the lodgings and she just goes to sleep. But yeah, you now have a an amulet that gives you an extra channel divinity, and it increases your spell save DC by 2, along with like just full plate armor.
Full plate armor. Ooh. Ooh. Well, I'm just gonna first
Cleaning it off.
like okay, look at the stuff and then go upstairs, and I'm thinking that he's awake.
Yeah.
But do I see you awake or do I still see you sleeping?
I am probably drowsy. As you get into the room, I am like,
Um, when you hear your partner waking up, you see that, or you hear that more people come in. So do you go look at the commotion?
Why not?
Okay.
Let's
You
go.
walk you walk out, and the other teams are arguing about who made it first. As you guys walk out of being very comfortable and having rested for a whole day,
I think we were first.
you see Parison emerge in his usual, very nicely clothed self. He's like, "Yes, these Lataro and Alaro have won," and yeah, he's gonna name off the other teams. The people who came in second was the Goliath, dwarf, and human, and then it was the tiefling and water genasi who came in third. Now, to announce our special prize for winning, Lutalo, are you wearing the armor that the wyvern gave you, or the amulet? Either of those?
The amulet, not the armor.
Okay. He's Larison's gonna see that. He's like, "Oh, Maria apologized." Then I take it.
Uh, that was an apology.
She, can, you understand? She can't speak. She is just a wyvern.
Yes. Well, I
What?
thought there was something she caught.
No, there is no people on these mountains. The only way up these mountains is the one path that is marked with danger, staffed by monsters and vampire.
Oh.
So
Oh.
that is probably a part of whatever old treasure she's had that she likes to hide.
Okay.
So
Okay,
she
so your
she has
wyvern is
an
a hoarder.
yes.
All right.
And so, Lutalo, Elaro, you have won the honor of handing out everyone's gifts.
Great.
So he takes you guys into like the main hall where you guys had told stories, and it's a circular table that takes up most of the room because there's a lot of gifts. And yeah, do you guys just hand them out?
While I'll do this, I'll say, "There you go, my child. There you go, my child. There you go, my child."
Yeah. And would you guys like to give each other your gifts?
Yes, but before that, as he hands in the gifts, I say, just ignore him. Just ignore him. Just ignore him.
Okay. So you two hand each other your gifts to the other.
Okay. If I open up, what do I see?
What does
You'll see a very well made mace
mm-mm.
with a Ronin carved because it's a magic mace. And they say, here, never get short handed against a kind of creature that has advantage against normal weapons anymore.
Well, this is lovely. This is really lovely. Um, if you open up your gift, it's a very small package, uh, but it is a onyx in the shape of a dog. And if you summon this creature, you will have a mastiff to protect you.
Oh, thank you.
And as you're handing out gifts, you do hand them out to like the creatures and everyone you've battled along the way. You see the helmed horror and his dog sitting there. He's petting his dog that's in the fire. You see the troll just kind of laying across the floor, and you see the kobolds themselves like in big oversized sweaters that drape like past their feet. And Larison is going to approach two of you. Congratulations! Here is a special gift to each of you for me for being the first. And there's going to be tags, so just that detail what they do. Elaro, your gift is a rapier. And let's see what I have written down for that. Yeah, it is. The tag describes everything about it. It's like as if I identify. It is called the Shadow Strike Rapier. It is a D8 piercing, and its ability requires attunement. It holds 4 charges, replenished by a D4 after a long rest. As an action, you can use 1 charge to cast Darkness, or 2 charges to cast Far Step.
Thank you.
Hmm.
I balance the rapier a little bit, and then I do some movements and sheath it. Thank you.
And let's see here for you, uh, Litalo. Oop, oop. Am I still here? I froze for a second. Cool. He is going to hand you. Um. hmm, Yeah, he's going to hand you runes that are called Divine Dawn runes. You can apply it to any armor item or otherwise, and when you do, as an action, twice per day, you deal radiant damage in a 60-foot circle around you, equal to your
Ooh,
level.
interesting.
And with that, that is the end of the one shot. You guys just spend the next few days essentially playing with your new items.
Ooh, 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 ooh,
It's
ooh.
nice. I'm going to play with my rapier. Come here, doggy. Let's practice. Hellhound. Not the
When
weapon
when you
because I don't.
when you say that, the Hellhound looks up, and so does the Helmed Horror with his new sword, which is basically a giant great sword. And the Hellhound is just wearing a fireproof, like ugly dog sweater.
Oh, by the way, in the next few days, there is one thing that I have to do. I'm going to go up to the troll and say, listen, what I said back there is that I really believe you can become a security guard. I am here rooting for you.
When you say that, he stands up from like laying on the ground, and you notice he's wearing a helmet that fits him. Why, thank you. I did not understand at the time, but now I have a greater intelligence due to my gift from Lord Parison. He has a helmet that has basically boosted. He's given him 20 int. He is
You go,
about as
guy.
smart as any wizard now. He has a 20 intelligence.
And here comes the wizard troll.
And yeah, that's the end of the one shot. You guys just spend the next few days having fun with your gifts, like trading stories about how y'all did and what happened.
That was nice. I had fun.
I had most definitely fun. And
Yeah.
with that, thank you for playing. Um, as you can see, now I wanted to say Drogo. I mean, Cass was unable to attend today. He was intended to come here too, but unfortunately, some stuff happened. But instead, you have us, and we had a very nice Saturnalia celebration or winter solstice celebration. Um, Sai, do you have anything to promote this week?
Yes, please check out our YouTube. At least it has every past episode we've recorded so far, including the last one shot that I ran. So,
And Kyle, do you have anything planned for this week?
Yes, actually, on Monday I won't stream, but hopefully this week I started my recess from work. Then I will probably stream much more often, mostly in the afternoon part, which for you guys would be like late afternoon, early evening.
Okay. And I don't really have anything to announce. Maybe I'll do a podcast, maybe the end of the year podcast. I still have to make a family video. I don't know. I generally do every year a instead of a Christmas card, I do a Christmas video where I talk about a little bit of stuff with what happened to the family and you know a little bit of encourage for next year because also this year um it was not a recovery year as we all planned. We are still in it. We're still in a pandemic. Uh, Other places not so
with
much
a whole
as
new
this
variant,
place. I don't
with
know
a
about
whole new
the
variant.
rest. With the whole new variant, yeah. So I hope everybody for next year. This is probably our stream for this year, right? The last one.
Yeah,
So
because after Christmas it will be, yeah, it'll
New
be
Year.
January.
It will be new.
Yes,
It will be New Year. So this is the
yes,
last
yes.
stream for of the year. I hope you have enjoyed the episodes that we have streamed in 2021. And if you've enjoyed everything, please, if you have feedback on any videos on YouTube, just write it down. Uh, this is all a learning
Comment down. We'll
experience.
listen.
Yeah, we'll comment because we still have improvements that we have to go through, and that's good. That's how we learn. And I am going to not stream also this week because vacation. Um, Maybe I will because we still have that one player that still has to come.
Oh,
Yeah.
So there is also a chance that I'll stream with her first session 0 if she agrees. I can't make any promises, but we might have that as content this vacation in the next 2 weeks. But that's all a maybe. Um, yeah. Who are we rating this time?
It's called Distal's Place. They're running a persistent campaign, adventures in Cormier. So starting the raid here, we have some seconds.
Okay, good. Now, well, the last thing I'm gonna say is always promote everything, all the stuff, all the social medias, YouTube, of course, our own Twitch for the episode of last week and the week before that. And yeah, the last thing I always say, and everybody else does something similar, is dot scenes.
bye.
Bye
We'll
bye.
see y'all in the new year. If you missed us, just watch our old episodes.
Yeah,
Most definitely.
send the raid.
There we go.
Hmm. I
Okay,
tried to
let me.
make it as long as the last one. How did I do?